Hey, welcome to the live. I am Radio Jonesy, aka Outback Tasmania, and welcome to the stage, Shawnee Grows.
That's right, I'm here again. And subscribers don't matter like they used to, which we're going to get into towards the end of the live, actually. So stick around for that. But first, Jonesy and I will be talking about systems. Okay. So here's the weird thing, YouTube is also a garden. You're planting ideas, you're seeing what grows, you're figuring out what people respond to. I'm also going to break down the YouTube algorithm timeline. That's right. We're going to talk about history and how it's changed over time and what it kind of is today. How does that sound, Jonesy?
It sounds like I'm getting feedback. Hang on.
You got something
Uh,
open.
Yeah, right. That sounds wonderful.
So what we're going to do is have a conversation about the difference between a routine and a system. So what examples of systems do you have in your garden at this time as a beginner baby grower?
As a beginner baby grower, what systems have
Like,
I got in place?
for example, building soil compost. What are you doing?
No. Well, I've got the basic two bin systems outside. I don't. You've on my channel. I've built a small compost bin system, which is I think a 25 litre small garbage can where I've drilled the holes in the bottom and I've put that outside, and that's so the worms can get in. And I chuck all the food scraps, then I chuck in maybe some cardboard, and then I chuck in a little bit of grass clippings, and that sort of all breaks down into this nice little mixture. And I've upgraded to two 240 litre bins, which one has a complete hole. There's a complete no bottom in that bin,
Okay.
and the other one has holes in the bin. So two styles. I found it too heavy to tip out the 240 liters. Believe it or not, that equates to say 240 kilograms, which is a lot of weight. Anyway, long story short, I've got composting systems going, and yeah, my systems really is the small greenhouse where I get my seedlings going, and then hopefully get my garden beds roaring this spring and summer. That's the plan.
So you have a video on building your compost system, is that correct?
I have how yes, the compost bins, I call
Yeah.
them. Yeah, I've got two videos out on the channel.
So make sure you guys check that out. For you watching in the replay, put that in your watch later. My composting systems are kind of a hot mess right now. So I am preparing to move to the garden property, but I still live in town. So, oh, I was gonna bring it. I have a little like bowl. I should go get it. Hey, Michael, good to see you. Welcome to the show. When I'm in the kitchen and I have food scraps or things that people didn't finish eating, we put it in this little bowl, and then on the deck, I have a 5-gallon bucket that has a gamma lid. So that's the one that twists on, twists off really easy. And once that's filled, then I take it in the van and I take it out to the garden property. Here's where I
Mm.
need to fix it. So
Wow.
we've dug a trench. It's a lot of work, right?
It is. It is. Yep.
And it stinks. So we dug a trench for like water support, really. Like if it floods down there, the trench fills up and not the garden per se. But we actually put our compost in there. But here's the part that's missing. When you're making compost, you have those beautiful layers, greens and browns. And all we're doing is throwing kitchen scraps in this trench. We aren't adding leaves because we don't have any.
Yeah.
And I'm not adding grass clippings because I don't have any. And there's another story with that. So it's like just this rotty, stinky mess. Now, the way to avoid that is you bury it. Last week I think we were talking about pathway soil banks because you saw somebody somewhere on the YouTube streets,
Yep.
right?
Sure did.
So that's one example of a system. Let's talk about collecting rainwater. How do you do that in your Tasmanian life?
Right. So we get tons of rain. So I've got three 5-gallon buckets, and I've got a 25 litre um, bin as well, which collects when that bin's empty. I tip the 5-gallon buckets into that bin, and then I just put a watering can in that big bin, and take the watering can into the greenhouse or the garden, and that's the way I use it. But I should really look at in the future getting a nice water source for the yard and the garden, because we would overfill it multiple times during the year because of the amount of water that we do get here, living in the beautiful island of Tasmania, where it's beautiful one minute and pours rain the next.
I have been experimenting with different rain collecting. Here in town, I just put buckets out and make sure they're ready to catch when I know rain is coming, and then I consolidate them into another 5-gallon bucket with a gamma lid. Welcome to the show, Janet Potter. Good to see you.
Good, good to see
And
you, Janet.
so when I put rainwater in a bucket with a lid, it's so nothing gets in there. One, two, then my kids don't steal it. Three, then bugs don't hatch larvae in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because that's
I
another thing
know.
that happens. So that's what we do in town. Now, out at the garden property, we have the luxury of a legit rain catchment barrel that I had purchased, and so at the top, it just has this rectangle slit with a screen that comes on and off, and it's
Yeah.
underneath where a metal roof drains its whatever, even in the morning, like when it's dewy,
True.
that
Yeah, yeah.
that collects into my rain barrel, and then I have
Indeed.
it up on two
Mhm.
cinder blocks, and then it has the turn it off, turn it on spigot thing, and it's not
Yep.
connected to some kind of pressure pump, so
Yeah.
I cannot go through a hose system, but I can fill a watering can. Now, here's the lesson I've learned. You know, like those blue barrels, a big 50-gallon barrel with
Yep.
like a no lid on top, just an open thing? Catching water in that and being able to just take the can and dump it in there and fill it up is so much nicer than
That's
sitting and waiting for this to fill up. I tell you that right now. I would get one where I could take the lid off,
yep.
dump, put the lid back on, but you need the screen to filter stuff, debris.
You you do. You'd be surprised what lands on your roof, and what washes
Mhm.
into your water system. Um, when you do watch these systems that they've designed for your water catchment, how they've got the pipe that goes direct to the bottom,
The
and then
flush,
there's,
yeah.
yeah, the flush, yeah, and then you got the Y connection up the top where the first flush all runs all the leaves and sticks and twigs and poop and whatever else runs down the bottom. I'll tell you what I have got that's coming in the water as well, which you would not believe,
Hmm.
are the alien seeds from that tree next door.
Is it still pooping all over
It's
your property?
it's
No.
unbelievable the amount of germination that stupid tree is doing. It's everywhere. It's
Oh,
every day in my seedling trays, I've
yeah.
gotta pick them out, like 50, 60 of them every day, and then the next day I go out in the afternoon and there's 50 or 60 more, just, and I'm forever taking them out of the seedling trays. So that tree has to go because it's taking nutrients from my seedling trays. That's the way
It
I'm looking
is.
at it.
Every time
Apart
you do
from,
that,
yeah,
you're
it,
disturbing it.
and it's shade, like it's
Mhm,
taking. I haven't, like I said, it's hard to catch my neighbor who works away from home, but when I
mhm.
do catch him, I'll catch him before this time next year for sure, because the seeds, uh, the leaves and the flowers are just about finished, which is wonderful. But even my straw, my sugarcane mulch, they're popping out of the sugarcane mulch.
It's everywhere. Have you guys seen that video? It reminds me of Maple Key season when we have maple trees everywhere.
It's so frustrating because when I first seen the first lot coming out of my seedling trays that are the capsicums, because I planted all these capsicum seeds out of season. Stupid me! I should have put them on a indoors like I have here.
Heat mat, yeah,
Heat mat. I should have done it the proper way, but I thought, you know what? No, these will shoot
when they're
when its time
ready.
is right. And all this greenness started coming out, and I went, "Wow, they're growing, but they're weird looking um, capsicums, like
Is this
they're
the one
just,
that's like a tomato tray?
yeah." And it's all this stuff's growing out, and I went, "Wow, they're growing." And then I realized what it was. It took me a couple of weeks. I was proud as
You're
punch
he was in denial,
watching.
everybody.
Oh man,
Jonesy,
that's
how are you on saving seeds? Have you ever saved seeds for anything like a sunflower or maybe even any other kind of flower that you grow?
not flowers, no. With
Oh, okay.
vegetables, yes, but
So store-bought stuff.
no, no, no. I've grown capsicums. and I've saved the capsicum seeds.
Oh,
I've
okay. So
grown
you know.
tomatoes, and I've saved the tomato seeds. That's sort of basic stuff.
Well, some would say peppers and tomatoes are not basic because the tomato, the seeds usually need to be like fermented to get the goop off, to get the seed, and because they're designed to go through an animal's digestive system and survive. That's why they have goop on them. And a pepper,
Really?
yeah,
Didn't
nature's
understand.
wild.
It is crazy.
What's up, Adam? And Andy
G'day,
from the
Adam.
Odd Collective and Peg's
And Pegs.
Place
Pegs is here as
joining
well.
in. We're on the garden section still. You guys haven't missed that part. We're talking about systems in the garden, and then we're going to switch to systems with YouTube creation, content creator stuff. We covered compost, building soil, collecting rainwater. Now we're talking about saving seeds. So carry on.
And, uh,
That was it. Peppers and
y-
tomatoes, right?
yeah, basically that's it. And I'm trying to watch and learn how people are breaking. Oh, I tell a lie. I've taken seeds from the purple flowering agapanthus.
Okay.
The big flower head comes up, and the big purple flower, and there's these nice little black seeds where basically you break the flower, take the flower to the garden where you. This is how I've been
You
doing
shake
it.
it.
Shake it, and the
Yeah.
hundreds just fall straight in the ground.
Yeah, poppies dump a bunch of seeds like that. I've been collecting flax seed from my blue flax flowers this year for the first time. What's the other one? Blue corn flower, and then
Yeah.
like Sweet William and Columbine. Those are super easy beginner. Marigolds are the ones we teach when we do seed saving basics with Robin Gardens over at the Shawnee Grows channel. We'll be doing another seed talk here in September. So that's going to be coming up. Super exciting. And then systems with perennials. They're for the lazy gardener. How are you doing with perennials in Tasmania?
Well, explain, like for the dummy like I am. Tell me the difference between perennial, perennial. Oh man, you say it.
I would love to explain annuals and perennials. So, a
Yes.
perennial comes back every single year on its own. It loves living where you are, no matter how cold it gets. It gives you food every single year, and you didn't have to do much work. There is some work, but not a lot. An annual, you can be putting the seed in every single year, putting the transplant in every year, or that plant the previous year matured, grew seeds, dropped them, they stayed dormant in the soil, and then it came up on its own, which now is a volunteer annual.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, a lot of lettuce do that, don't they? The lettuce bolt, and then they just
Yes.
drop, and then there's lettuce coming up in the grass
That's
and the lawn and
part of my
everywhere.
show and tell was the continuous vegetable garden. So this is creating a perpetual food garden that sows and grows itself, and lettuce is on the list. So good call, Jonesy.
Oh, well, there you go. See, things I learn on Self Sufficient Me. I've been watching his channel, and he's got lettuce growing everywhere because he just lets them bolt, or
No.
doesn't let some bolt and
Mhm.
go to seed. But living in Queensland, I keep saying that every show. Living in Queensland, you could grow anything.
Which we don't. We don't live in Queensland.
No, and let's talk about your zone. What zone are you in?
So
Okay.
in Minnesota, we use the USDA growing zone map. And so I am considered 5A. I used to be 4B. Christy Elliott says, love that guy.
No,
Mark.
he's great. He's great.
So
Yeah,
Jonesy in Australia, in Tasmania, I looked up this the other day and I talked about it, but I can't remember what it's called. How you
it's
guys do
called
your
it's called cool. I don't know what our climate. I
they
don't
do
know. We don't.
colors.
Yeah, we do colors. Yes,
Mhm.
on the back. Yeah. So I should have had a seed packet
So
handy.
for those that don't know, he's in winter
Yep. And
for
we're at the bottom of, if you picture the map of Australia, which is the same size of the USA, basically the land mass, and then right at the bottom of Australia is a little island that's called Tasmania, and then below Tasmania it's water all the way to the South Pole. So we do get the colder weather down here. We're one of the coldest regions of Australia per se, unless you live in the mountainous highlands of Victoria or the snowy mountains in New South Wales. But it's a beautiful place, and I wouldn't swap it for quids, as they say. And like, I can actually look at this.
how many days
Actually,
till spring, Jonesy?
it's the end of the month. So what are we at? It is. 8 days or 9 days,
No
actually.
way.
9 days till spring, according to Australian monthly timetables. How's that
Well,
for cool
when it
bananas?
when it switches to September, we're gonna have to get out our planting schedule and see what you need to be doing. I'm keeping you accountable over there.
I've been looking at that regularly. Now look at this weather
Okay, we
today
got some clouds and blue skies.
outside. It is absolutely gorgeous. It has the weather's a little bit cool. It says 13 and windy on the computer. The wind has a bit of chill in the air, and the water was amazing. Watching it this morning with the spray off the surf and stuff. When I was down doing my Saturday morning ritual, where picture me as an Ironman, running around the beaches in my Speedos.
So Park Run is a worldwide, what do you
I
call
didn't
it?
say that. I was making fun there, but park
Oh,
run,
was I
yes.
supposed to like ha 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 ha?
Yeah, you're supposed to go. But anyway, we can just like Shawnee. Shawnee just doesn't work with me good enough. She doesn't
I
realize
don't get paid enough for that, Jonesy.
my dryness.
Okay.
My dryness is
Settle.
not dry enough, apparently.
Okay, so it is worldwide, the park run. You guys can sign up and see if there's one near you, and then you can log your times and compare them with Jonesy. I love that Janet germinated flax seeds and they sprouted and you planted them. I love the experimentation. And then Adam says, if I'm not mistaken, Steve Solomon lives in Tasmania as well. He did at one point. Does he still?
Who's Steve Solomon? I'm a new gardener. I'm telling you now. I am green.
I want to introduce him correctly. So why don't you read the next couple comments and then I'll get it pulled up here.
Yep. Okay. So I'll go back to Andy's comment here where he says the Hunter Valley gets colder than there. They get a lot hotter than here. And let me say, Andy, I don't think they get like we get to zero and they get frosts and things. They're inland. I'm on the coast, so there's a change. If you were off the coast here, the distance the Hunter Valley is from the coastline, it is way worse here. Trust me, Andy. You'll be getting snow and all sorts of stuff. But I just like rubbing that into Andy. He keeps trying to say it's lovely here, but I'm just trying to get him into the reality of the weather. It is. I keep talking it down that it's cool, but cool is cool. I love cool. I love not being super hot. I love it. I'm not mistaken, Steve Solomon. Yeah, I will be Googling.
I think he does live in Tasmania. So he is an organic gardener, a self-sufficiency advocate, and the founder of the Territorial Seed Company. He's well known for writing practical, regional, and soil-focused gardening books. So I don't have his book, but it's on my list.
Okay, Steve Solomon. I'll be Googling that straight after this live. And plant seeds on Father's Day, which is not far away. It's Father's Day in Australia. That's coming up very, very soon. I think that's not this next weekend. I think, Andy, is it? Or was the weekend after? And pull up on Mother's Day. So Father's Day's in spring, and Mother's Day must be, the end autumn, I'm guessing. But that's the old saying. See what Andy said there? That's what the old gardeners would say.
We have old stuff like that.
Yeah. Plant on Father's Day and pull up on Mother's Day.
It's about soil temperatures, people. Soil temperatures, not a calendar date.
Let me say, Christy, you would not be disappointed visiting this wonderful place. Shawnee, you have a laugh track?
It's not my channel. It's this guy's channel.
Yeah, I've got a few little buttons to press.
Adam, what book should I get? You know me. What Steve Solomon book would be good for my library? There's too many. I don't know which one to do.
Yeah, and Andy's here saying the temperature here when he was he's been here a few times now, and he just says 22 here Celsius feels like 30 up there, which is very true because the ozone layer isn't as thick here over the this part of the world, and we get that direct sun. Just has that, like for us, this time of year when the direct sun hits you, you go, "Wow, how cool is that?" It's nice and warm.
Yeah, it really warms you up on the center of you.
The soul, it gets into your, like, look, my Saturday morning, we go downtown.
Mhm.
I park the car. I go to the beach. Usually, all the runners are turning up. Say 300 odd people. The blue sky and sunshine. I'm thinking, you know what? I haven't done the walk yet. Not wearing a t-shirt. I always hot and sweaty when wearing my jumpers when I walk, but it is cold. I've started in winter, so I took the risk today. I went down in the t-shirt, and it was absolutely
Freezing
everyone.
with the wind.
Oh, it was blowing straight off the water.
That made you walk faster.
It did. It definitely did, and I got a PB. Woohoo!
Personal
Yes,
best, everybody.
that's right. Well, hang on. There we go. Personal best. Yeah, which I beat it by about 50 seconds. And I was trying, but it was anyway. I do walking in the morning.
That is such a good routine. Tell us what you do next.
After walking, I go shopping for groceries.
I thought you were going to say you go in the garden.
I do. I go. This is my Saturday. We go downtown. I go for the walk. I go buy the not the weekly groceries for about 3 days. I bring them home. I put them out the back. I go out into the garden, make sure everything's right. I get that sorted. I usually film a little bit for my channel, just a little bit, and then I'll play with Charlie. He's the star of the Outback Tasmania channel, and he's my little Louchin dog. Because every time I've had a few comments about, be surprised what people write in your comments, but is Charlie your boyfriend? All this sort of stuff. Because I talk about Charlie, and then people are saying, is Charlie your boyfriend? I'm going, well, he's a pooch and he's male, but he's a little friend. And then I garden. I come in, I get something quick to eat, and then I come down, set up for this live, which is a fabulous routine every Saturday, my time. And in between there, I've got YouTube running, and I'm trying to watch somebody's show, and I'm trying to watch a video, and I love my Saturdays now.
You know, a routine requires you and a system supports you. So what's my point here? A system is different from a task. A task is I need to water the garden, okay? A system is how can I design the garden so it needs less of me in my intervention in my time. And so we can also flip this coin into YouTube content creator land, which I can't believe how many overlaps there are. When we've been doing this series, in case you've missed it, we've got a whole playlist now. So it's like, for a YouTube task, I need to make another video. Like we're always got that little voice, right? Once you get into this and you get addicted to it. So like the system you would need to set up for YouTube would be, how do I build that library of content that continues working for me? So if we just do a hard switch into that entirely, what are our systems as YouTube creators, Jonesy? Where do you want to go? Do you want to talk about brand? Do you want to talk about evergreen content? Like, where do you want to go?
Well, it depends on how you want to do your channel. Like if you have to brand. First, you have to say who you are, why you're doing YouTube. You got to yourself. You have to say to yourself who you are, why are you doing YouTube, and what. Usually it's the creative insider. You know, you want to be creative. You want to show the best. You want to be either a good filmmaker or a gardener or just tell a story. You know, there's multiple reasons you want to do YouTube, but you have to brand. And if anybody who knows me, I've got Radio Jonesy. I've got the radio. I turned it into the Radio Jonesy network, and the network is the talk channel, the touring around channel, the driving about channel, which was going to be a vlog channel, but that's a whole new story. And now the gardening channel. And I can do all four of them during the week. I can do enjoyable content. Actually, one of my videos this week, I started talking about a bit of a rant, and it's really done really well for me. It's got around 11,000 views now. So, and for me, that's amazing. 11,000 views on a channel, but it's interesting how you do that. But it's all about the brand. So you got to stick to a brand style and enjoy what you do. And I think I've run off track again, Shawnee. Can you point me in the direction?
So
Which
we're
one?
doing systems as a content creator. Brand is one of the tick marks. Ideas. What are your systems to get ideas?
Systems for ideas. Uh, well, it would be um, if I'm talking gardening channel, I'm trying to design this hill into a urban homestead. Like, so I'm trying to make it workable. So my system is step by step by step. The next step is to get the seedlings done, then this the springtime, and then it's the summer. But I need the garden beds done. I need to stop the wallabies jumping the fence, which happened yesterday.
Tell
That
us
was
more about that. What happened?
man. Mrs. Jonesy is going out the back in the morning while I'm getting ready to go out and to go to my job during the day, and she says, "You've got a big wallaby at the back munching on your potato leaves." And I said, "What?" And she said, "Yeah, it's a wallaby. It's a big one." And I went, "What?" And then I've come out. I had to get my boots on because it's a bit wet out there. So I've chucked on me boots, gone out the back like. Ever seen that Homer Simpson episode on The Simpsons
You're gonna
where
be like a big bear.
he's chasing the school bus down the street, waving a big stick? Well, that was me. I'm going, you. And then he ran right. Where would he run? He'd run right up the back of the yard, the furthest place away from me. So here I go. I grab myself the hoe and I'm going up the hill and I'm going, I'm going to get you. And I'm swinging this stick. I'm going to get you. And what did he do? He just sort of hopped across and then he just went 4 steps, 1, 2, and whoosh, over the fence on his merry little way. And what do? You go, well,
We make
that
a taller
really,
fence, I guess.
that's it. I'm putting up some posts with tape, like look like
Oh,
an
run a
electric
line.
fence. It's
Yeah.
not going to be electric because he's got a young son next door, and I don't want to do
No,
anything.
but
But
it'll spook them like deer.
it will. It'll be white and it'll be thick tape and it'll be above the fence, a bit of a gap like that, and then maybe a second one. Just to That's the quickest and easiest way I can do the fencing there. Just to see him hop over the fence was so sad because I
Yeah.
thought the fencing was good.
Too
Because
bad the rest of us couldn't see it.
I wanted him out. I was angry. Like I need one of them cameras where you can just click it to your vest,
Yes.
your hat, and you just run around doing
Run
what you got to do.
with it on.
I was that Homer Simpson angry guy going, "I'm gonna get you," and I don't know what I was going to do if I caught him, but he's like the alpha male of the next door herd of wallabies.
Are the
There's
potatoes okay, Jonesy?
the first crop where he's been going to, not really. Second
Oh,
crop's still good.
they were almost
First,
ready to harvest, though, aren't they? Did they flower yet?
no, they haven't flowered. They've gone yellow.
Okay.
He has
Oh,
pushed a lot of them over. It's very chicken wire is a temporary fence. It's a good idea, Pegs.
he's gonna
Oh,
be building cages like Robin Gardens. He puts the potatoes
yeah.
in the cage.
Well, I looked at a property garden, a community garden at Rosebery, which is up in the mountains, and it's wildlife galore. Just walks in off the street there. They've just got like school fencing, the panel fencing that goes up and like loops down.
Sure.
It's about
Okay.
5 foot high. They got raised garden beds inside there. And I was talking to the gardener, and he said, "Mate, wallabies don't come in here. They just can't get over that fence." And I'm thinking, how high? I'm standing next to it, going, "It's that high." My fence
Well,
next to it's got to be that
here's the
high.
other thing with deer. It sounds like wallabies are just like deer. So if something is fenced and the inside of it is small enough and they go, oh, if I jump this fence, I might not have enough room, then
Yeah,
they won't jump it.
I think you're right. I think you're exactly right. Um, Yeah, 5 more subscribers at 310. Wow, that's awesome. We're chasing the goal and the dream of the finish line before February. The
Before
countdown is
January,
on.
before Christmas.
Well, Christmas is the finish line. I've put a finish line at Christmas for me, and I've every day I look at the big book of numbers. I won't
Mhm.
say what I said last week.
So this is a system we're talking about for YouTube content creators. This is Jonesy's system. Okay, go ahead.
My system says this is what I've got, and this is where I have to be by this date. So when you crunch the numbers, and it's as simple as doing math, and once you do the numbers, it says where I was when I started. I needed 6 subscribers every day, and to get there, I thought, you know what, I'll just go live. I will do shorts. I will do my content, my videos, and hopefully it will grow and evolve. But it's good to every night. I got a routine every night. I sit down at the dinner table. After dinner, I pull out this book and I write down my numbers. My watch hours are going great. I'm ahead. I'm a couple of weeks ahead on my watch hours because I need, say, 22 watch hours a day to get to where I need to be by Christmas. By 20. Yeah, 20. I wrote that. I think the 20th of December. But yeah, and to get on this path, it's just it is a good guide, and it tells you. And I've got my other channels there as well on the back. My other channels that are monetized, and it tells me what's working at the moment. It shows me my numbers are going down, my watch hours are going down, so obviously my views are going down. What am I doing? What was a popular video there? Let's do another one like the popular one, and
So
that's the sort of
ideas are
it gives.
coming from tracking.
That's it. Remember the old TV show called The Numbers, and it was
I know of it.
like a police department got a young kid who was a good mathematician, and apparently the numbers can tell you everything.
You know, we
But
talked about idea farming in a previous show, and that's another system that you can use as a content creator if you're kind of stuck and you're like, well, what would be what my audience wants? You know, we talked about the power of the comment section in the past. Let's see. So my system for ideas, I'm full of ideas. I just chuck them out to everybody for everything all the time. I don't know what it is about my brain, but I'm like, well, have you done this? But I don't
yeah,
want to like do the
that's why
work.
that's why we get on so well. I'm an ideas
Yeah.
guy too. Like I think it through, and I make it a mission, and the mission needs to be completed, and off I go into that journey. So
I have a mission. I want to be in my new house at my garden by Christmas. So we have a race. Those are our races right now.
all right, Janet Potter or JP, I have a nice GoPro. I don't use it because of the data that it films, like the amount of megabytes each sort of filming gives you. My computers are that ancient. The graphics card doesn't handle it, so I do. I just got lazy and I started doing everything on my phone.
So if we
So
get this channel monetized, we can get a computer fund going.
that plan is, yes, definitely the smart thing to do. Would be to get an updated computer. I've got 2 computers in front of me right now. A very old, what is it? A
Some
Core.
bad systems, guys. If you want to be a
Yes.
creator, the phone is a great system though. That's not I'm not dogging on that.
No,
I use the phone.
this will get you going, and this will get you to where you will start, and then you will realize you've got to evolve. You've got to upgrade. I did get the little laptop that I'm using here, which we're broadcasting off a long time ago, a number of years now. Oh, geez, way too many, about 8 years ago, maybe. And it's just past its use by date. It's too slow. It's too full. It's and my little toy that I do a lot of my little emails with. The big computer here used to be the radio station's hard drive that used to run the radio station, which we don't do anymore. So I've put it to use through YouTube, but I've realized it's way old. It's old school.
Let's
The
see if
sad
you've got oh sorry.
So sad news is that my computer that I was going to get from Hand Me Down
Mhm.
gaming daughter the graphics card died. She's come back from Japan, and
She can put a new one in.
she's going to do that. Yes,
Okay.
she wants to spend about $1,000 on a graphics card.
Uh-oh.
$1,000. Are they that dear?
What
You
kind of
not
one is
know.
she getting?
She's high speed gamers. Who knows?
Oh, Andy is on a good roll here.
What?
The Odd Collective ALT has a point. You know, there are tricks with the gardeners where they make cayenne pepper, like you take a hot pepper that's dried and you put garlic and you blend it up with some water and you strain it so then it's just the liquid, no solids, and then you can spray it around on your plants and stuff. But does that work?
Does it work? Yes. Did just seeing. Okay. Yes, cayenne peppers. Yeah, I tried. I tried the pepper last year. It did not seem to affect them.
Oh, Andy's talking about like a different tactic. I just fully read that. A
Is
pepper
that,
spray pellet. Like, okay.
okay, I'm hearing you now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was putting pepper down around the garden edges
Right.
to stop them enjoying the smell. But I hear what you're saying, Andy. There.
He says get a trail cam out there and we'll get some footage on the memory card, which he doesn't have the ability to get it off the memory card to put it
Oh,
on a video yet
I can't.
with your computer.
Look, worst case scenario is that I'll just bite the bullet and go get one because I've just been putting it off for so long.
Okay.
Stick a trail
So
cam in the trees. For the footage, I honestly thought we got possums, right? I honestly
yeah,
thought it was
he
a
was
possum.
saying that. Yeah.
It's got to be a possum.
Stinking wallaby.
And a big, ugly male. Like they are twice, or not, they're almost a third bigger than the other wallabies.
It's like a
And-
giant version of a
Oh,
rat. He
it
showed
is.
me was it in a short?
Yeah, the one was hiding from me in the park on the Burnie Park. I was going to say that about Janet.
Mm,
Maybe a salt gun is a good idea too. Yeah, maybe
that's too little.
it is. You need a pellet.
Salt guns are for flies.
Honestly, I have friends here that have things that I could
Some
use.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
hmm
it's whether the neighbors would really
We
not
need no
like it.
phone calls. No phone
Yeah,
calls, please.
yeah. So that's the idea. But
Mhm.
Pegs used to blast the toy until it made them illegal. Yeah, I hear that.
So the systems in YouTube channel creator, we also have connecting with our audience. How do you feel like you do that?
No rainbow. And systems for
Connecting with the audience.
okay. Well, you've got to talk to the camera as you're talking to your friend, and that person is the person who's watching. You've got to be true to like Brian said, you got to be true to your audience. So if your audience have come to watch you do gardening, don't go do something else. Do the gardening. Like that's you've got to be true to the niche or the system, whatever you want to call it. Read the comments, respond, talk back to people. Um,
These lives, real time talking.
Real
That's a
time talking
connecting.
is this is absolutely fantastic way to get to know people, and you can see, you can have a video, and you can like a video, you could pretend you're somebody you're not, if you know what I mean. If you seen videos where people and you watch and you go, well, he's a nice guy, blah blah blah, and whatever, and then later on in life you see some other side of that person and you go, wow, I did not know that. But when you see someone alive, you seem to get the vibe, yeah, whether they're upbeat, whether they're down, whether they're smiling, whether they go for walks in the morning at the beach. It should be what are those stupid dating sites? Yes, I go for 5K walks down at the beach every morning.
What's your log
I-
line? What's your headline? Yeah.
I'm 6'6", blonde haired, and blue eyed, and all three of them things are not right.
How do you feel about language in the video as far as addressing one or all? So I'm saying
I'll get
talking
back
to
to being
you
serious.
or I'm talking to everyone. So, like, some people are like, "Welcome in, everyone. We're here today to talk about," or do you go, "Thank you for being here, friend." What do you think is the right move? Because I've seen people suggest different things. How do you feel about it? Welcome in, Robin.
Um, um, the right move. I, what would you do, Shawnee?
I've been trying to switch to saying you when I'm doing members only content. 'Cause I want you to feel extra special, just talking to you.
Yes.
But I get really like, on a live, I'm like, "Everybody's here in the live chat," right? Like, I do sometimes read everybody's name when we have the time for it. Sometimes the shows are pretty I wanna keep them tight niche to different things. And then in videos, I don't even know what I do in videos. I'd have to go back and look and pay attention. If I say addressing you,
Yeah.
"What do you know about this?" Put it in the comments. Or do I say, "Does anybody or everybody?" I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, it's I do a lot. What do you think? Yeah, I do say that.
Okay.
And I do do a lot of the please put it like if I get to a point and I'm at a crossroad, it's like I say, well, what would you do? Like, what did you do to solve this? To solve this problem? Can you put it in the comments? And then you have to do your due diligence to go to the comments and make sure that that person that you've asked to put a comment in, and then
That
you've
they know
responded.
they've been heard.
Yeah, you've taken time. You've either put the heart. I know.
The heart is a big thing.
Oh man, 11,000 views on that video, and to go through everyone, there's so many nice comments there, and there's so many ugly comments there as well. But every comment is a good interaction for you, the YouTube algorithm. So I just put a yeah, thanks, mate.
It's an engaged viewer, which is the
It
key
is.
word there.
And keywords, are they a thing? Are they
Oh,
back?
we're gonna talk about that when we get to the algorithm timeline. Let's wrap up the YouTube channel creator systems, collaborations, evergreen content, consistency, comments for those?
Yeah, I enjoy our collaborations. I've really got to get you more
That's what this
involved.
is, everybody.
Yeah, I've got to get Shawnee's channel connected here more than my channel. I know Shawnee's here to help me get to the watch hours and
Mhm.
just enjoys the company. I reckon you just come here because I'm just such a nice Tasmanian. You just turn up
We're
when I
just
ask.
besties, you know? I just like talking about gardening, and I
No,
have
don't you
nothing
what?
else to do, and I'm a channel creator, and I think we just get along super well.
I think you're 100% on the money there. We've got a lot of things in common, more than you probably realize. So it's fantastic, and the community out there is wonderful. Like you've introduced me to people like Janet and Robin, and
Adam.
your whole Adam, yeah, your whole audience. It's fantastic. And what's Dave? Where's Dave? He's not in today
Dave's
from
not here.
Canada. Canada, eh? What's going on
So
over in Canada?
oh, Dave Knight.
Yeah.
The evergreen content, there's ways to look at this. Like, if you look at your
No,
viewed in the last 28 days or 48 hours, what's getting played? Is it stuff that you posted a year ago? We talked about views per hour in a previous conversation. So, Jonesy, have you experienced, like, what's evergreen content to you? Pick a channel you wanna talk about.
well, I'll talk about my channel. What's evergreen is how to build an inexpensive compost system, and that
Yeah.
video is still getting views, and it's me making this like $10 garbage bin into a good compost system, where you could have been to the same big box store and spent $100 or $68 or something like that for the same sort of size system, where you just use this garbage bin system, which worked for still working for me, to be honest. Um, I'll tell you with the compost systems, but I would love to be big enough out the back at some stage to have the bins, so I can have bays where I can just rake
Is that what you
things in.
want?
I probably
Please.
will, because I got so much chop and drop from that. You've seen the video with the whippersnipper last week, or the weed whacker, whatever you want to say.
I did.
And you know how much growth is back there after a week's worth of rain?
Is it this much?
It's yes, it's back, people. And where I said I have to fix that because that'll be the next section, the onion grass, the onion weed will start to flower, is flowering today, right now, right
It's
here.
flowering. That's not okay. You got to get it out of
No.
there.
Yeah, when I went up there for the wallaby with the hoe, I
Mhm.
knocked over a lot coming down, but I was in a bit of a rush. And once he did get out, I thought I'd do that when I come home, and then I got home like way late at night, and then I've been sort of busy, but
The consistency. So like you kind of explained your workflow. You said Saturdays you film your gardening content. Now, how do you get to that point? You thought about it on Tuesday? Like what's
yeah, what's next on the agenda? So what's next is to get the garden beds in. So if I haven't got time to actually dig them in, which I'll do that tomorrow, getting ready for spring. So I want to have 2 big beds. I want to have an area for the onions. I've got a few onions that are ready to go. You know, when you said they need to be pencil height, there's
yeah,
some that are
pencil
looking.
thick, pencil height, yeah.
I got one tray that's looking fantastic,
Okay.
and the others I'm going to do a lot more onions. Like we said last week, Jake the gardener, he's
His
inspired me.
onions are massive.
Yeah, he's inspired me, and like wallabies don't eat onions.
Mhm.
Hey, it's a win-win-win, and we eat plenty of onions. So
Oh, I already used all the onions I grew. I'm out.
nice.
I gotta buy them now.
Well, that's a good problem to have. You've done really well, and
I
you've
gotta grow
utilized what
more.
you grew.
I
Yeah,
eat what I grow, right?
yeah. That's the first time
Go
I've
ahead.
seen that Port Arthur, man. Yeah, that's when the government. He's talking about the buyback of the weapons. But
Yes.
Australia
Just
is a weird.
following along.
Australia is a weird place for
The
politics.
I set hours. Like I do time blocking with my life if you guys haven't caught on to that yet. So it's like an alarm will go off at 7 at night and that's when I go work on YouTube. So it could be creating banners in StreamYard for an upcoming live stream. It could be going around and looking for ideas for a video. It could be making the list of when I go to the garden property, here's what I'm going to talk about, here's what I need to video. I do that because otherwise I get there and I'm floating around like a mosquito lost, like hunting for something. And I need good use of my time, okay? So I
It
have
is.
that type of
It is.
system.
It is. And I'm the same because by the time everyone, like, I'm not one of those people who say, what are we watching on TV tonight? I want to watch this. I just let whoever's home use the big TV, whatever they want to watch, they watch. If I want to watch something, I'll either go on my phone or I'll go into another room where we've got a smaller TV, or I basically try to play nice and be out there talking. How's your day been? What are we watching? That sort of thing. But as soon as they all go to bed, man, it's a whole new world out there. I got YouTube. Yeah, okay, let's check this channel out. What's going on? This guy, I need to watch this. And then, okay, how much time have I got? I've got 2 hours. Okay, I can watch this one that goes for an hour. And then, oh man, this guy's gone as well. And then I watch all that sort of content, and I probably don't leave enough comments behind when I'm on the TV because it's
Because they don't have the system set for that.
there should be a button where you could just talk, record it, bang, and just talk it out, and then save it. You know.
I mean, why can't we hook a wireless typey thing up to the TV? I think we can.
Yeah. It's TV is the next. Actually, television is the biggest way YouTube's viewed. So work that out. Like
When you look at the numbers.
I was watching a commenter come in and said about the Tasmania stuff that I do, and said I could never move to Tasmania because it's too expensive to go back to the mainland. Well, I think he's losing the point. You come to
You don't
Tasmania
go back.
to get away from the mainland. But he was a drone creator. And
Okay.
then so I looked at his channel and I went, oh, okay, he's obviously subscribed to me, I think. but he's commented. I'll go over to his channel because
Subscribers don't matter, Jonesy.
that video that went a bit viral for me is great. Gave me about, I don't know, 300-400 subscribers. So it's been pretty.
Ouch. That's like a huge.
Oh man, and watching the income go up, and you start to realize, man, if I was popular on YouTube, you could really have fun with this, like anyway.
Okay. We've got some chat going on.
You don't see the pennies, you see the actual okay, where am I at? Machete bins. Okay.
I'm going to the Janet says, I lost mosquito. Sounds like me when I go to the backyard. Adam says, I had to pull my onions early this year because a gopher got into my onion bed. Why? What would a gopher do with onions in the first place? So he's probably uprooting them. I don't think he's chewing on them.
So where's Adam at?
Oregon. Oregon. Which way am I supposed to say it?
Oregon.
Oregon.
No, it's not Oregon.
I'm in Minnesota. Okay, so Robin says the TV brings up other videos than what my end screen suggests. What's with that? So she must have did you set it best for viewer, or did you set this video, this playlist? Do you know this?
The algorithm for television is different from the algorithm for your phone.
Okay.
Now that is, and your computer. It's a different setup. They'll want you to watch a longer form video, and they'll suggest it to you. It will come on as an automatic playback. And if you're filming in high quality footage as well, you get that as well. So it's a pretty amazing. I was taught that by my friend, maybe nearly a year ago, when he was explaining the highs and lows of palm prints. But when he was explaining I am not an animal. I am a Shawnee Grows. There we go. Look at that. That's crystal clear. I got you on delay on this other screen here.
But the flowers specific video, says Robin. So remember we learned the trick the other day on how to pick these a little early so they open while they're in the jar? That was in a pop-up live, actually, with Outback Tasmania.
Yeah. Specific video. It's hard to find them, actually, to
ta-da. Okay, so let's go into history, shall we? We should get into that YouTube algorithm timeline. Are you ready for this? So,
let's do it.
How did YouTube go from a place where we made videos for search, who remembers that, to a place where YouTube is trying to understand what our videos actually mean with all the AI now? So first we had the keyword era. The question YouTube was essentially asking is, what is this video about? And how you won this was being discoverable using those keywords, those tags, those titles, the descriptions, the metadata, the search, the SEO. Like, that was how we set stuff up. You tell YouTube what your video is about. Okay, that's how it worked. Now, we're going to go over these, not in the sense that they got dumped, but that we built layers like an onion on them. And little bits and pieces of each era are collaborating together to make what is today's algorithm. So we talked about going into 2027, what your plan should be. I think we did 7 rules, and that was in a previous show as well, if you want to check that out on your watch later. The next era was called the attention era. So now YouTube basically asks, did people actually watch this? So that's when we started like adding that watch time thing in, or click-through rate, or like the retention of percentage of how long they've watched.
Yeah. It's fun. It's funny how YouTube's evolved, but it used to be the clickbait, right? So the clickbait was the first thing. They wanted you to put something out there for you to watch it. And then you'd see something that was, have you seen this crazy thing in the world? And then the video was, who knows what it was about. But there would be this, picture of somebody going, and, that really irks me at the moment. The old clickbait things coming back with this, everyone doing the AI videos.
The AI thumbnails are kind of out of control. So if you want to win the viewer, don't use an AI thumbnail because it'll stand out at this point.
Guess what, Shawnee? The video that got 10,000 was just
it was just you looking down.
That's it. I just said, I'll go with
the one that I had done that got 700 views, and it was like I messed up. It was me holding up the pee dried, and it was from the video. It wasn't even a picture, which you're not even supposed to do. Good night, Christy Elliott. Thanks for
Yep.
hanging out.
Thanks for
Rest
popping
well.
in. Thank
So yeah,
you.
I totally get it. It's like the stuff that's not AI'd is totally more visible at this point because there's so much garbage out there.
And you're taught not to do that. You're taught to do
Right.
a good video,
Text, color,
text, yes,
marketing.
that's it. And
So
but
go ahead.
it's like everything's the same. So everything's the same. So you've got to now
It
work
gets
out
lost. Yeah.
how do I change it? Like how do I stand out
You gotta
now?
grab the viewer in the blink.
That's it. It's like walking in the magazine rack. Who's got? Oh, this looks interesting.
Oh, I totally judge things by their title picture, yeah, the cover. So you could get someone to click with a misleading title, like that's where he was going with the clickbait. But if they immediately left, then that wasn't nearly as valuable. So then the creator problem changed from how do I get found to how do I keep you watching? Remember how we used to have all these tricks, like promises and then wait till the end
No,
and then blah blah
if you
blah.
if you stick around, you'll learn the secret of this, and everyone would just scroll straight to the end.
Oh yeah, when you looked at the most replayed that thing, and then it jumps like a big mountain. It's, how do you keep you watching? That's a huge transition. So we're talking about title, thumbnail, and then now we've added hook and retention. Okay, so that was that era. Tiny soda, suck it is what I wanted to say, but this is a Jonesy show. Okay.
Oregon, Oregon.
Okay, so next is the interest era, and this is where it's getting fascinating when we go over what's going on with YouTube. So YouTube starts asking, what does this particular viewer like? So then we started having the transcript, right? That is describing with YouTube developing something like a taste profile for each individual viewer based on their watch history. So you know how they make suggestions to you? So now the game isn't simply, is this a good video? It's, is this a good video for this person? They start building this cookies catch, whatever on you. You know what I mean?
Yep. For sure. This is what people say when they're saying, you're from where? And you go, yeah, Tassie, Taz. Yeah, or Tasmania. People, if you're a local, if you go to mainland or something and you say, I'm Tassie, and that's Tasmania.
Okay.
Yeah, I just thought I'd throw that in. And
I just say I'm from Minnesota. Sometimes Minnesotan is an okay word to describe me. Minnesotan, yeah.
Who's the most famous person from Minnesota?
Paul Bunyan. I don't know.
Paul Bunyan. Did he have bad feet?
Should I go get my book out? We can have a lesson.
No, not really. I was just throwing you there.
So should we see, what is it called now? What is this YouTube algorithm now?
Hang on. Paul Bunyan, was he the guy who ran somewhere? Done something?
Like with a blue ox? Okay. Robin Garden says Prince. Hey, that's a Jonesy. Jonesy knows Prince.
Okay, now you're talking my language.
Robin knows how to speak to Jonesy.
That's it. Prince, eh? He's a Minnesotan.
Yeah.
God, wonder why he's so tiny. Must have been standing out in the farms.
Genetics.
It must be. All right. Sorry about that.
So we're going to call now YouTube's algorithm, we're in the semantic era, and this is a big one. So YouTube isn't just understanding the words in your video. We talked about the transcript. It's getting better at understanding what the context means. So the old way was this video contains the words gardening, tomatoes, compost, soil. The new idea is this video about a gardener is trying to become more self-reliant by building a food system. This is the semantic understanding, and this is where it's going to get good for everybody, right? Because now we can ask, if YouTube understands what we're talking about, what does that mean? Creators need to become clearer about what we're actually doing in the video. So you know how we might randomly go on sidebars? That's confusing. We need to get it condensed and tight, because it's also looking at what's in your background with the AI now, the imagery.
It's reading your script. The whole system
is
the transcript, and it wants to hear the start of your show or your video. Yeah, the 30-second thing it used to be the 30-second thing, but now it's critical. They want They want to hear what the video. You should be saying today's video. I'm doing this, and this is. That's what you're doing. If you're not doing that, because it'll know, and then it'll say, yeah, this video is definitely, this is the so-called algorithm. Will definitely go say, yeah, he's doing exactly what he said. Keep it
Put it
going.
to this
These people.
person. Yeah.
Yeah.
These eras didn't disappear, like I said, these are layers. And so, like, let's talk about today. What do we need to build today? The keyword is, what is this about? The click retention is, do people care? The viewer interest is, who is likely to care? Like, we're all thinking about these when we're creating the
Yeah.
packaging of it. The semantics is, what does this content actually mean and who would value it? So, before it was, how do I get people to find my video? Then it was, how do I get them to watch? Then it was, how do I get YouTube to recommend it? And now we're going into, how clearly does YouTube understand what this video is, who it's for, and why that person would care? So that's like the evolution of what's happening, because now one video is for one viewer, for one problem, for one promise. Does
That's
that
right.
make sense?
Yeah, for sure. Most definitely. And that you put me off. I'm looking at.
I have a question for you. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm
If
watching
subscribers, Jonesy, if subscribers aren't a guaranteed audience anymore, what exactly are we building when we build a YouTube channel?
We're built. Well, it's up to you. Whatever. Basically, what do you want? You talk to yourself. What do you want out of your YouTube journey? You're building a channel. You're building a network. You're building a franchise. You're building a logo, a model, a brand. What's the word?
Robin, so vloggers are screwed. Kinda is a dying thing, don't you think, Jonesy?
Vlogging is dead. I got a great friend who vlogs, and her views are so far gone down the gurgler. Like, she's getting 25 views. Used to get like 3,000-4,000.
Hey,
Now her stuff is.
that's a big dip.
Oh
That's a
man!
really good point, guys. Wow.
And she said, I'm still doing it because people are here for my journey. Well, I'm there and I keep typing because she's a musician as well. And that's sort of like what I like to watch. And I like Tasmania Island Life was a vlogging channel. It was, hey guys, welcome to my channel today. Today we're jumping in the car. We're going down and get some stuff at the shops. Come with me on the journey and we're going to end up over here. That was the channel. And it went okay and then just started to die. And the more views were the journey parts of that. So I just ran with it and kept putting more of the driving around content out. And it's not great, but it's going okay. So I've been doing that sort of stuff. Go Gandalf, good to see you, mate.
It's like, you gotta audit yourself. Like, every 3 to 6 months, I'm honestly like, what is my purpose on my channel? What is working? What's been the most viewed? What's my description? Does it need to be tweaked? What's my what's that thing called when you banner when you come to the channel at the top?
Yeah.
Is it still what I am about? Yep. Hello?
Yeah, sorry. We forgot show and tell.
Name him. Well, I showed my book and my flowers. Do you want to do show and tell quick before we keep going?
Yeah, let's do a show and tell.
All right.
Who's the first person who can recognize who this is?
Name this character.
Name this thing.
Peg's Place says, I never edited my videos. I just had small clips of my life or dogs when we had some.
Name this thing.
It's about being clear about what you're making, who it's for, why it matters. What question are we answering?
We're definitely in the gardening channel today. Does anyone know what this is?
Nobody's answering. Nobody. So okay, I'm not sure we have the right crowd for this subject.
Probably not. See if we can get the focus onto that.
Nope.
Nope.
That's too easy, says Adam.
Okay, Adam, you're the winner then. Who is it?
You didn't say it though. You're not a winner until you say the answer. No idea, says Gandalf. Okay.
No idea. I got a fly buzzing me. That's the
is
first sign of spring.
Yeah. Oh, it is. Yeah. Janet even says, I don't know. Here we go. Adam says, go click on it.
Yes. Yoshi. All right. So Yoshi's a Nintendo.
Character in a Mario.
Super Mario Universal Studios. Well, my daughter just come back from Japan, and what she bring her good old father home? He brings me a Yoshi that sticks to this hat. He's magnetic, and he sticks to this hat. See?
The
So you
things
gotta
they
walk around.
create for you to buy.
You walk around wearing your.
Look at that color, everybody. How do we feel about that color?
Yeah, it's an official merchandise from Universal Studios
Oh,
in.
it's got a. Does it have a turtle on the back, embroidered in?
Oh yeah. Sorry about that.
That's cute. I like that. This is one of those. It goes on the shelf hats.
Yeah. Super Mario, gotta love it. Let me say, she had a fantastic holiday in Japan. Apart from the heat, and I'll just show you some yen.
So she'll go back.
Would you like to? Oh, she's taking me with her.
Who likes money in the chat? Holla.
Yes, who likes money?
We're gonna look at some coins, I think, together.
Doing the camera work there. That is the beautiful weather outside. I'll just go big screen for a second.
Sure. Wii Sports, nothing wrong with that, Janet. We use that with clients back when I did client stuff.
Okay, so now I'll go to there and just try not to make people seasick with the moving of the camera.
Don't have any tremors now.
All right, so
here's money.
Here's some Japanese yen. There's a one which has a tree, which is to
sprouting tree of new of life.
Yeah, sprouting tree. That's the lowest coin, the 1 yen. We're discovering this is a 5 yen. It's very. That's the two different coins. That's the same side. I mean, both sides. Then we jump up here to the 10. Look how good this camera works. Good on this. And that's the other side of the 10.
The palace or whatever it's called.
Yeah. And then I missed the 50, but we jump straight to the 100.
See, the 50 has the chrysanthemum, which is what he has in his yard.
Yes.
But this one has, look at that, guys.
Yes.
Oh, come on. Focus for me.
Is that good? There we go.
Cherry blossom.
Look at that. Pretty cool, isn't it?
Way cool.
When you see coins.
I love flowers.
What countries do.
Peg's Place says, I try to collect coins and notes from different countries. I like to, too, as well, without traveling.
Man, I like to, too. While we're talking about it, I'll just do a quick look at, since I got the good camera going, remember the one that's Arabic?
Show me. Whoa, look at the edges. I remember this one.
Yeah, I just handy had it right. Turn it over. Check that out.
Oh, my goodness. The symbols.
Yeah, it looks like it's from a Egyptian museum or something.
It does.
And then for the good old Aussies out there, the Australians, check this out. Oh, man.
Look at that.
Jesus, camera is fantastic for this.
We found our new coin camera, huh?
Yes, I was trying to. Oh, by the way, Janet, if you have you been on tour with Radio Jonesy? Have you seen the walk around the park video, City Park?
So I only watched the short, like 1 minute, 2 minute one. I haven't watched the full length one yet.
All right, and then
that's not on. That's not on Outback Tasmania.
No, that's on tour with Radio Jonesy on tour.
It was a tour of gardens, and you didn't put it on your garden channel. Is that what I'm hearing right now?
I still got the footage,
dude.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Right. New Zealand. What's this bird? No, wait. What's it called?
It's the kiwi.
Kiwi. That's right. Okay.
Look at that one florin, 1948. It's
so cool. I want a kiwi coin.
Oh well, I'll send you one. I'm sure I got more.
I don't like when there's a man on the coin, though. Come on.
That's King George. King George the Sixth.
Am I thinking out loud? I'm sorry. Let me mute.
And then the last coin that's handy to me right now is this one, which is the wool, the sheep, the ram, the shilling, 1961. Look at that.
Means business.
Look how that's fantastic.
That's
Anyway,
yeah.
this isn't a coin channel. This is a gardening channel, but we're just showing a bit of. There you go.
So
You want
look at
Queen
that.
Elizabeth?
I
That's
like
a
when
young.
there's a lady on the coin. Yes.
That's not a lady. That's the Queen. Queen
I get
Elizabeth.
a lady.
The late
I
great.
can't call the queen a lady. The queen is
Yeah.
the definition of a lady.
She
Ladylike.
Sure is.
Okay. Careful
do it.
now. I'm gonna
Oh,
get
sorry.
nauseous.
Sorry.
Switch this.
Switch the camera.
Put me on or something. Okay, so if this conversation about systems got you thinking about how you build your garden, which we talked about in the beginning, or your channel, make sure you do check the replay where Jonesy and I talked about the future of growing, the future of YouTube. It has a lot of practical steps for working your channel better. We do want to hear from you, so make sure you tell us about a system you're building in your garden right now, or tell us about a system you're building on your YouTube channel. Maybe you do both. Make sure you drop it in the comments because I think some of the best ideas are going to come from us in this community together, right?
Most definitely, and it's it's the journey, like the growth of gardening and the growth of YouTube is so similar. It's it's you're growing your channel, you're growing your garden, you're growing your vegetables. It's just blows you away how the journey is the same, like how to do what we do. What are you thinking of this cutaway, this format, Joy?
I'm still motion sick from the coin saga, so I'm trying to like ground myself right now because I get sick really easily. I'm not going to throw up, don't worry, guys. But
Well, that'll make a good short.
I would like to know.
It might go viral.
I want to know what the crew in the chat think of the frame. Like, is it enjoyable for you guys, or do you feel like I'm kissing the screen?
Okay. All right.
Where do you want to go next?
What do I want to go next?
Channels you watched? Do you want to keep continuing?
Yeah. Well, we were talking about this off air.
Mm-hmm.
What are the channels that are the ones that have got you excited to go onto YouTube to watch, or the ones that have maybe made you think about life in a different way, or I don't know, or what you get enjoyment out of? Like, when you go on YouTube, is it a time to apart from your working the system, you're coming to play nice and support people and do all that sort of stuff?
Let's make sure the chat participates too, and you in the replay tell us your go-to channels because I might need some new stuff to get in my feed to watch. UP Carey says, "Hey Shawnee, I went and planted lettuce seedlings after seeing you and your lettuce. You know what I did today in the indoor garden? I got that soil prepped last time we talked on the pop-up, and I did put the lettuce seeds in the soil with a little label and watered them and fertilized them today. I was bummed because I thought I still had micro dwarf tomato seeds. Nope, I don't have any. So I know for sure I watch Ethan Chabowski, and that is about being efficient in the kitchen. And so like I was learning how to eat for $10 a day, I think was the one video. And then if you're always hungry, you should try these. And it was a bunch of like different ways to do baked potatoes. So Ethan Chabowski, I've watched him for years now, and he does get a little messy in the kitchen sometimes, but he's really worked on not making people mad. Your turn, or do you want to take turns?
Yeah.
I got more.
Yeah. Okay. Well, when I go on YouTube, I like the travel side of stuff. I like watching people in different countries, or I like watching somebody traveling, like what's the best one? Backpacker Ben. He's a bit of an Englishman who likes to do the outrageous stuff. Like he goes to all the weird, like he goes to India, but instead of staying in a nice area of India, he'll go to the really worst area that you could find, get the motel that costs like $5 a night or something. That's absolutely disgusting, and films it all for content, obviously. But and just their day-to-day routine, getting food, having a few beers, usually what they do, and then does his stuff, which currently Backpacker Ben is with his girlfriend, fiance, or and he's a bit more responsible. He doesn't really take her to these weird, dangerous areas. But it's pretty cool, that sort of stuff.
Did you see the Scottish guy in Russia, Moscow update?
Yeah,
Did you watch his new video?
his finance channel now.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah,
moving to Dolly,
Dubai.
Dubai.
Yes, yes.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, well, I put a comment in on his last video. I followed the Scottish guy in Moscow for a long time. I like the idea of him being Scottish. I love listening to a Scottish accent, and I had some younger friends who were Scottish, and they sounded like me, like grew up in Australia, but their parents, I needed a translator to tell me what they said. Honestly,
Oh.
when you get that deep Scottish
Yeah, you really gotta
accent.
follow along. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, his journey now, he's obviously through one reason or another left his job in Moscow, and
Yep.
his YouTube channel was enjoyable watching Moscow, but I like the guy now. Like the journey for me with him is enjoying Jim, the person. And I put in the comments, mate. I said, mate, whatever you do, you're probably going to teach me stuff about finance now. So I'm here for you. I'm watching the person, not just the location. So yeah, no, I enjoy that guy.
Yuppie Kari
Yeah.
says doctors and health, live train journeys, nature, cooking, depends what I need to research. Adam says I'm heading out. I've got to get a few more hours of sleep before work tomorrow. I know, I can't believe you stayed oh my goodness, I have to go.
Okay, thanks, Adam, very much indeed. I really do appreciate you popping in and spending time with us. I'm sorry that it's so late. I would love to go earlier, but this is a good time for Shawnee and me to connect. Yeah, Scottish people talk fast. I think that's what we're saying here. And good night, Adam, from JP. Yeah, Janet, did you did go through radio on tour with Radio Jonesy or that channel, but that park, honestly, they did have wonderful plaques on all their plants from days gone by, all the trees, and it said this tree was planted in 1902 by this person, and it is a plant from China, or it's a tree from Africa, or somewhere in America. And the botanist who wanted to do that garden that was donated to the city of Launceston. It's a fascinating place, and just hanging out in that. I had a tight schedule, unfortunately, when I was in the park, so I didn't do the full circuit of the park. But I wanted to go into the observatory garden. It was absolutely. Give it another month, and that place is going to be blooming. It's going to be fantastic. Little kids were in there when I was in there, so I had to edit the sound because it echoed, and I was trying to film, and these mums and young parents were there with their little kiddos, and the kiddos are being kiddos and yelling words, and this, look at that, mummy, echoing, like. But what a lovely place in the heart of the city, and for free, like, so you can walk in there and spend your time. And then the monkeys. Did you enjoy the monkeys, Shawnee?
I haven't watched the full one yet.
Okay. Well, the monkeys are rather just being monkeys.
I'll have to watch that one on the TV with the kids then.
They'll enjoy the monkeys. I've tried not to film the monkeys doing funny stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But monkeys are monkeys. They're going to turn that enclosure actually into a Tasmanian devil's enclosure.
Yeah, we talked about that in the past, and I think that's super fascinating. What's the timeline on that? They're just waiting for the monkeys to die?
Yeah, they're waiting for the monkeys. Most of the monkeys to pass, and then they will move a few of them onto a zoo somewhere. But yeah, it's pretty cool, like to know your local government, or like to look back at the history of it, which I haven't got in front of me right now. But the land was donated to as a farm to the community of Launceston, and then they farmed it, and then decided to make the farms out further and turn that into a parkland for the middle of the city. So it's great to see the wisdom of people in the days gone by to make this big open space. And if they were around today, and they'd be amazed with the factories and the houses and how it's just spread right around, and right in the middle of the city is this nice big green open space.
So I also watch a channel called Life by Mike G. He used to be called Pro Home Cook. So again, it's another cooking video one. Um, Life by Mike G. And so he does all kinds of stuff. I mean, he'll do fermentation guides, sourdough guides. He'll do like budget meals, like you only got 50 bucks, what are you gonna make? And it's all clean, whole food. He has kids too to feed. So he's
Yeah,
also growing a big garden now too. So I get to see what he's doing with that.
most definitely. What?
I watch
I
Three Rivers Homestead for like training and preserving ideas.
mean,
Um,
you're fully into
she's in
this.
Ohio.
Like
And
I watch stuff like the Arkansas crowd who do the
what are they up
homesteading.
to? Oh, homesteading. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So they do
We're not doing
gardening.
gold mining.
No, well, I
Okay.
watch it. I used to watch. I haven't watched that recently, but I used to
Mhm.
watch a lot of that stuff. The detecting in
Yeah.
Australia, metal detecting for looking for gold. But like, if I hit my channel now, which channel will I go to?
I like listening to Modern Grower about like the business side of growing food.
Okay, well, that would be like for gardening. What? The first gardening channel I really watched was Self Sufficient Me with that Mark. He was like Australian and sort of resonated with me, and off I went on that little journey. But I'll just turn this channel on, which is Radio Jonesy on Tour. I'll hit subscribers, or who I've subscribed to, and I've got like you can see there's White Rock Homestead. There, the Arkansas crowd. Next one, it would be Carl Stefanovic. He's a TV presenter who's moved into basically got kicked off air, got for supporting somebody, and everyone's supporting him. Then there's Self Sufficient Me. Then there's this guy, Homesteading Down Under. If you haven't seen Homesteading Down Under before, he's a Tasmanian as well, and I get a lot of education out of watching this channel. So he talks about how he's been off air for a while, and he's doing his thing. Then I've got, here we go, Celine Ferocious is the lady in red there. She's the vlogger I was telling you about. So her channel there, she's got the latest video 6 days ago, 64 views. So unfortunately for Celine, the channels of but she's a typical vlogger, does her thing, shows the world what she's up to. Full-time musician now, I think. But they just, that's just this channel. And then you got my other joys in life. I like watching a few sports stuff, like that's the Scottish Premier League. But I could get lost in watching stuff that I watch. Gave a thumbs up, but did watch the whole video. Yep. Thanks, Janet or JP. Yep. Monkeys. Gotta love monkeys. And when you say, "Hey, you want to go down to the park and see the monkeys?" It sounds strange being Australian. If you're in Japan, these are the same monkeys actually that are in Japan. It's a sister city thing that we've given them some animals like Tasmanian devils and a few other things and wallabies, and they've given us these monkeys, and to have them not in a paid, like in a zoo where you got to pay to go in, where it's just free, just take your family to go in and see. I love seeing the old gates. Oh man, that was that the steel work there. Like that's over 100-year old. That's like 150-year old. That is old. Those gates down there, and it was. I could spend more time there and make a really nice. Gandalf likes the nature stuff too. Yeah, this is the beauty of YouTube, but isn't it? How you've got every single thing on YouTube that's out there, like some weird and wild and wonderful stuff. Like we got the odd YouTube pushes some channels and not others. It is odd the way it works. I have lots of channels, but really only see a few published. You know what? Last week, honestly, I had to resubscribe to Shawnee's channel. Like, I'm live with her most days, most weeks. We're talking, we're interacting, we're commenting on each other's channels. And I was unsubscribed. I was wondering why her content wasn't coming into the feed. So I went looking and I've seen what she put up. And then I looked at the channel and it said subscribe. Click the button to subscribe. And I went, what? And it's amazing that's happened to a lot of people. And also at work, for me as well, like I went to The Astute Tourist. He's a travel sort of content bloke and lovely guy, musician again. Is a bit of a thing with me. Found his channel. And I joined his channel. I become a member. I went there looking for his live the other night. I went scrolling along, hit subscribed, and there's no live. And I thought, geez, he's always live at this time. So then I typed in The Astute Tourist. His channel popped up and said he is live. I went to watch it and went into the chat and said, hey, welcome. Like I'm here. Your friendly Tasmanians here to watch. And the button was there again. It said, click the black button to subscribe. And I went, what? What is going on? But anyway, so back in the chair after a exciting drama in the household is back. Shawnee Groves.
So I also watched The Seasonal Homestead, and it's just this mom with this big A garden and feeds all these kids, and she does all the stuff with it, and it's such a fun thing. Like it's a market garden almost, but for just them. I love watching The Seasonal Homestead.
It's just you can sort of pick a person. You can pick a person's character by seeing what they actually watch. Can't you? Really?
Yeah, like when you look at their history.
Well, if you could.
Yeah.
But you could see some weird and wonderful stuff. I'd hate to see Andy's. He'd be into music.
Oh.
He'd be into. He sends me music every day. Every day, I get a messenger link to a video that's either on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, somewhere. It's one of those ones. And it's usually a band who's covered a version of another song. And he says, what do you think about this? Usually that's, and then I have a watch, have a listen, and I go, oh yeah, it's pretty cool. Or I don't respond because I think it wasn't my cup of tea or whatever it is. But it's interesting how we do how we entertain ourselves these days. Years ago, like I can go back as a child. I was, say, 10, 11. I was told, there's the front door, come back.
Don't be seen, don't be heard. Yeah.
Come back when the street lights are, before the street lights are on, or you're going to get a kick up the backside. that was, and then I'd go out. We'd run around the horses, or we'd go down to the farm area, or we'd go down to the shop. Like the couple of shops in the town we lived in. We'd have a couple of coins, and we'd go down and buy some lollies and some hot chips, or you usually call them French fries. Why would you call them French fries or fries? What? Where did you get that from? Where did Americans decide hot chips aren't chips? They are French fries. Where did that come from, Shawnee? Come on.
Cooking style and military story. In culinary terms, French means to cut food into long, thin strips. Soldiers stationed in French-speaking Belgium during World War I ate the fried potatoes and assumed they were from France because the locals spoke French. So the cut, and then the troops coined French fries.
There you go. See, I just asked a question, and the twinkle toes on the fingers on the keyboard, and next thing you know, she sounds like she's an expert.
I really don't have it memorized. It's all the computer, guys.
Yeah, I was on this radio program, right? I was a producer, and the guy was going, "We need to talk about this subject. What do you know?" And I said, "Oh, not much." And he said, "Go find out." So I'd Google it up, get a few bits of paper, print them off, and I'd have all this paper in front of me. And then we did this radio program, and he would say, like My Sex, the band that you see behind me there on that poster, are coming to town. What's your thoughts? What do you think about the version of this? And I'd already have the answer and everything typed out, and I would just be rambling it away. And we were getting calls and calls about how knowledgeable I am. Like, honestly, he'd get a phone call, and I put the person through, and he said, "You need to get Jonesy on more. He knows more about music than you ever." It was so funny to have that feedback coming in. And that's like radio. That's like YouTube, really. You can play that game of being an expert as long as you've done the research and you've studied the thing. But working in radio where people are listening, and the old thing where you've got a script, like I can't do YouTube with a script. I can't.
No, Jonesy cannot read out to us stuff.
I can look down and start reading stuff like this, but it's just not the way to do it.
Like when I do story time, if Jonesy read story time, it'd be a different experience for sure.
Most definitely. So I've got a beautiful head for radio. That's all I need to say.
In case you missed it, we did have a garden hangout yesterday. Jonesy was there for a tad bit in the beginning before he lost service because he was working man.
I turned up to go inland, and as soon as you go off the major highways here, why have we got such a land mass with mountains in the middle? Why can't there be a tower right in the middle at the highest point?
Who's going to install that? Who's going to put that up there?
Man, they're spending millions and millions to get tourists to come here on a boat, like the ferry system. We've upgraded that system. If we can upgrade ferries, build all around the world, we can surely enough put in some towers around the island to get signal everywhere. Like there's more hikers. Yeah, more hikers have been injured and lost, and things happen.
I want to know who built the ferry before you talk about dying hikers. Who built the ferry?
Where did it get built?
Was it China?
No, it was more like. Actually, a good question. Who built the Spirit of it? Who built the
what's it called?
The Spirit of Tasmania 3 or 4 or whatever they're up to. I don't know. The latest version of the Spirit of Tasmania. That's the name of the ferries. I think before you say, I think it's Norway or somewhere in deep, darkest Europe. That's where I'm thinking.
Finland.
Well, there you go. See, it's pretty close. Norway, Finland. That's where I was thinking it was built because they did ferries.
Great.
Yeah, they're extra. Yeah, they're bigger than the current versions, and the idiots who run the government here ordered the bigger boats to get more people here. And then when they done the math on the measurements of where it bursts, they realized it's not going to fit and they're not going to get the cars on and off. So what's the point of having a car ferry at one side and not having them getting off at the other side? So
Ridiculous.
they had to spend
Humans.
millions of more dollars to upgrade a new berth. And instead of coming here, like look outside here, we've got a port system here where we've got massive ships in. They could have easily done an extra berth here. They could have come in. Well, one of the berths, they're never all full for one, but they could have had one here just for the ferry. But the government here didn't want to upset the economic impact that would have on Devonport, which is the next city down the line. So no, we'll just build a whole new infrastructure here, and they're in the Mersey River. I'm having a rant now. The Mersey River is a narrow band where these big ships come in, and to do a little pirouette, to turn them around to bring them back out, is extremely skillful for the captains and the skippers of these vessels to do that, and the tugboat operators and everyone else involved. But here, you got this like massive playground of water. Why wouldn't they have just done it here in beautiful downtown Burnie? That's my rant.
What were you saying about dying hikers?
Yeah, there's some hikers went.
We need more towers for them. Was that the point?
Well, phone service, yes.
Well, can't they take those ones that are
They
satellite?
They can, but
Like
do
a
they?
Smarty pants?
The EPIRB? Are they EPIRBs or EBIRBs? EPIRB. I don't know, but yeah, every year they we've got like Cradle Mountain. There's we've got mountains all over the place here, but Cradle Mountain is like World Heritage, one of these beautiful locations. You got to they just don't let anybody go walking around there. You got to book your track, your trail, and you got to pay. Obviously, there's a reason why you got to book. You got to pay, and people go on these eco hikes, and there's like, instead of walking on dirt, they've got the nice timber little trails where they don't want you to go off and disturb the beautiful areas, and the poor old wombats.
What's with the quotey fingers? It's nature, Jonesy. You can just call it quotey fingers.
Well, it is nature, and why can't they let people just veer left or veer right? Why you got to walk on that?
Because humans wreck SHIT. That's why.
Yes, but
with their oily skins and their spit and their human things.
You'd be a fun person to hang around.
Preserve it. Just like in a cave, you can't just start touching stuff and licking walls. Come on now. What are we doing? Okay, so Janet says, fungus, leaf disease on plants and ways to cure them and prevent them. I have a whole book right here. So like, if you give me specifics, we could read it together on a future show.
Here we go. Look, us islanders here in Australia call them chips, and we do.
I'm going to make some potatoes tomorrow, probably, because I keep harvesting them.
Call them chips. When you serve them up to the kiddos, say, would you like some chips? And they'll go, huh? And then you can explain, and it's a lesson. Then you can explain. Radio Jonesy over in Tasmania, they're called chips. They don't believe in French fries.
So I totally asked the oldest, what's your favorite way to eat a potato? And he said French fries. So I will tell him tomorrow. It's called chips when you go to Tasmania.
Or anywhere in Australia, to be honest. And in England. And anywhere in Europe. And they're chips. It's America. Living in America.
Oh, no, we're not singing. Yippee Curry says, I like to do something in garden or pots. YouTube subs, growing challenges, love stories. Yippee Curry says, been having leaf miners brought in by one plant from Bunnings.
Oh, I love Bunnings.
Don't be bringing pests home from the stores. JP says, I like Jonesy's show and tell. The whole island.
that was on your live when you said, because you sent us a lovely email, please bring some show and tell.
Yep.
And I'm driving away and I'm thinking, you know what? I'm traveling now. Shawnee's going live. I'll watch it. Hang on. I might have the link here somewhere. That's what I was thinking. This is me in my moment of madness. because I said to Shawnee I won't be there because I'm working. But
Mhm.
then I was on the road and I thought, you know what? I wonder if this link works. And I hit it with a couple of minutes to spare. And Shawnee says, "Wow, you've made it." And I said, "Well, sort of." And then, yeah, what have you got for show and tell? We'll look out the window. There is the northwest coast of
Well,
Tasmania.
people remembered you, as you heard today. They were
Yeah.
like, "You were the one in the working man in the car and still made it." Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I would have loved, my plan was to be at work and have like, because I knew I was working in an area where there was nice countryside.
Mhm.
And I was going to say to the guys, "Hey, I'm having my break now. I'm going to do this YouTube thing." They all know I do YouTube, and they
Mhm.
all, I've got these stickers, you name it, they're everywhere. But that's another story. Um, and they all say stuff like, "Okay, mate, you do you, and I will look after it." And very nice people that I work with. Let me say that. So if you're watching, Dave and John, if you're watching the replay, or I actually got a call about 15 minutes ago. Um, will you accept this shift right
Uh-oh.
now? There's a problem. And I said, there's a red or a green. I went, red. No, I won't accept that shift. I got too busy here hanging out with my buds.
We're a little busy. Yeah.
Yeah, having fun. Just like trains on the mainland too, are too wide to fit through tunnels. That's a bit strange. You know the rail lines.
Mhm.
I was listening to someone today talking about in Canada the rail tracks are heated for the cold seasons, so the the steel doesn't warp or move or freeze or whatever. In America, they don't do that. So when all the snow melts away, in America they don't. So when it's like that freezing cold snow season that you've got up there, your trains have a few issues, Shawnee. So e-burp,
I've had a train derailment in my city.
an e-burp. There we go. Is that it? E-burp. Yep. A train derailment in the city. That would have been
I
scary.
did. Yeah.
No.
I always have lived by train because of where we are. There's a lot of trains, both type Canadian and UP
It's
or whatever go through here. So the heaters are sit right at the moving joints and switches where the tracks switch or interlockings, it sounds like, but they don't have like the entire thing
okay.
heated. It's just
Mhm.
at important points.
Okay. Well, something we learnt today.
Well, in Japan, they have heated parking lots.
They do, yeah, to
Yeah,
melt everything away.
yeah.
I am keen as mustard to go there in winter to see the snow and the ski fields and the
Mhm.
there. So Junior, who's just come back, went in the heat of summer and said, "I'm never going back in summer. We'll go in spring." And I said, she wants to see the cherry blossoms. That's when it's extremely expensive. That's the most dearest point
That's the
of
tourism. Yeah.
yeah. I'm not. Yeah, being a gardening channel, sure, I'll go see the cherry blossoms. But give me snow. I don't see enough snow, Shawnee.
Yeah, I have a group in Discord that I hang out with. It's bushcraft people, and
Yep.
that's other places I go, by the way, on YouTube. And so the one lives over somewhere in Japan, and we always get to see snow pictures. And the point of seeing the different snow plows that each place has is fascinating, like comparing mine to Canada, because there's Canadians in this group, and then
Yep.
Japan.
Girl snowplows. Who would have thought that would be a business? Getting a truck or a tractor or a machine that can push snow off the roads and clear driveways and fix access to different areas
It's a
because
huge deal.
that much snow falls.
The people that do lawn care usually do snow, and so we've had a couple years where they lost a lot of money and didn't have any work because we had a dry winter, a couple times. So that's like, what's the plan B for them?
Look, I like, yeah, that's right, exactly. And people could, like, honestly, it is life and death, isn't it? If you can't get out of your house or even your driveway for whatever reason, if you're not prepared, it could be extremely dangerous.
I love preparedness stuff on YouTube too.
You do.
Yeah,
And
I go
I
there.
love this. Yippee said in New Zealand, they're not called chips, they're called chops because they got fish and chops. They got a funny accent, the Kiwis. Their chips are chops. And they're, depending on what style of Kiwi you're talking to, too, they go, hey man, you got to, and they go this squeaky sort of, this big, strong looking dark
Oh,
islander. And they
okay.
talk with this squeaky voice, brah, and they speak a bit funny, and I always smile, and they say, "What are you smiling at?" You go, "Man, it sounds like someone's." Anyway, we won't go down that road. I was going to say someone's grabbed something.
Correct.
We won't
There's a
say that.
rubber band somewhere.
That's right.
Yippee Curry says, I have never seen snow. So you've never
Ah,
touched snow.
and where exactly? What part of the mainland are we? Yippee.
Peg's Place, I don't have passport to go other countries, so I just watch people over there. Still so much of Australia I haven't seen yet.
Yeah. You can't say French fry. You can't say, I'll have some fish and French fries, please. They know exactly what you're talking about because we do have Americans. Americans, yeah, and isn't it funny? Like, I
Well,
was
they
going to
put
say,
fish and chips on the menu here in Minnesota.
oh, nice. Yeah. But isn't it funny how certain loud, brash Americans can ruin the reputation of normal Americans for everybody
Big time.
once you meet somebody like
Hmm.
on the cruise ships that come into this place, and the island is EPIRB. That's it, EPIRB. When the ships come in, you meet some lovely and some funny and some characters. Um, this lovely, like on the mayor's, our local mayor, right? The ships will come in, and the mayor is here to greet every tourist that gets off the bus. So the buses turn up to the drop off point, and all the tourists come out, and she's there dressed in her robes and stuff. Welcome to the town of Burnie, yada yada yada. You got if you need help for whatever, over here's this person. If you want this over there, welcome to our city. That sort of thing. And I read in this lovely American gentleman wrote the nicest letter to her, and she shared it. Just to say that we don't get this service wherever you come from in America. Like for the mayor to turn up to greet us.
Right. The mayor is not doing that here, I'll tell you that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, we're Tasmanian. It's the economy, but all these people are coming into town
To spend money.
They're spending money, yeah, indeed.
Janet Potter says in Russia they put the snow in the lakes and oceans.
What, they pump it in or push it in there?
They probably
Like,
dump
move it
in
off the
a dump
road.
truck
Yeah.
or dump
I
it.
seen the Jim one day walking around. The Scottish guy in Moscow. He's walking through like snow up to his waist, and it's the dirty snow too, like what they've pushed off the roads. And he's trying to get somewhere, and he says, "Look, I'm going to have to do this." And he just basically went up to his nether regions, and yeah, pretty weird.
It was so great in that video recently that he posted when he was like, "Look, I'm in my 40s. I've had enough of snow. I want warm. Now, I don't mean 40 Celsius, but I'm sick of it." So you could feel it.
And yeah, he's probably at that time in his life where and going to Dubai and Bahrain and those sort of Middle East areas, which he's a school teacher. So that's why he's going there. He would have got a job. He would have an agency looking after him. And he would have just said, any work going for an English. Imagine being an English teacher and you're Scottish.
Yeah, that's
and you're
crazy.
trying to get out your pronunciations correctly. It's like an Aussie going somewhere or someone from upper class England, and with the toffee nose and the.
Well, I know somebody in India that teaches English to people with Indian India accent.
Oh, how you going there? What's you
It teaches
doing?
English.
Oh,
FNQ. Yippee curry. I'm in FNQ.
far North Queensland. Yep. Okay, sorry. That's why they haven't seen snow. Man, it must. It's so, that's like so humid. Um, the humidity up there. I'm going to Cairns, and we're going on a cruise ship, going out of Brisbane, heading up to Cairns and Airlie Beach, and then coming back over the Great Barrier Reef and hanging out and doing that at Christmas time, New Year, over that sort of time frame. It's going to be a party boat. Which
OMG.
am I up to the partying stage of my life? I'm probably not, but I'll have a good time going with a family and a few other YouTubers, which they didn't realize at the time that we're going. But hey,
I am gonna have so many withdrawals from Jonesy 3 weeks, 4 weeks without him.
well, you and let me say this, people. This lovely lady comments daily on my stuff because I have got a number of channels
Hmm.
and I've got videos coming out regularly. Sends me lovely emails and we converse. We say, what do you think about trying this? Would you like to try that? Why haven't you done this? Why should you do that? Let's rename that title this. And we're working together as a bit of a team. It's more of Shawnee's giving me way more advice than I'm giving it back to Shawnee, but I am sharing the important stuff, that the YouTube behind the scenes stuff that I get taught, to Shawnee as
That's what
well.
I come here for. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
I'm
Shawnee's.
gonna have to go live on all the Fridays that you're not here.
I would love to. I would love to share this sort of journey with you, like especially after February, whichever way it works.
Once we get
If,
the tick mark, yeah.
if let's, I said to myself this week, the journey for me is to get there, right? Is to
Okay.
get to this 4K. I want to get there at Christmas. I want to do it. And then like I said to you before, that I'm going to, if I don't make it, I'm going to turn another channel into the gardening channel, right?
Plan B. Yeah.
That was plan B. Plan C, right? There's a plan C. I could be the first one to say, "Hey guys, I'm going to get to 8K.
This is how we do it.
This is how we do it." That was the thought pattern. Like I can still jump back and go to like the plan D. I can go, you know what? Plan C isn't working. I'm going to jump
This is so
into.
funny because I was gonna email you today and be like, okay, we just talked about the growth you've made since you tried hard. What
Yes,
says you can't even just double it anyways? Like,
it's
why just
working.
go, oh, I quit as soon as, you know what I mean? Like, well,
No,
then you can show
yes,
people.
it can be done. And it's the video content that's regular. It's the video content that people are here to watch. And I'm learning this from Brian. I'm learning this from my other friends that converse, which they haven't conversed lately. I think they think I'm on the path. I think they think, you know what, we've set him up, let him
It's good
go,
to go.
let him
Yes.
loose, let him free, let him run with the fishes or swim with the fishes and run with the hounds or whatever they say. But it is pretty groovy that I've met so many huge creators and I'm such a small fish. Why?
But you're still
How it
just a
happened?
human. It is
Yeah,
cool though. Yeah. When you
it
didn't
is.
have to
It
pay
is.
them to talk to you. You know what I mean?
No, and that's the catch line. That everyone's got a training course or
Yeah.
a training thing, and this is where you can make some serious money in YouTube with people wanting to hear the stuff that we're talking about here today.
Here's the
And
funnel.
there's some other stuff as well, but it's not just the stuff we're giving out. We're keeping the really good stuff secret so we can bring that out in an upcoming video. So make sure you stick around on the lives because you never know what you might hear we share with the world
Well, you're
because
gonna get members, maybe we'll write an ebook, Jonesy.
we are so we are so huge in the YouTube gamut. Um, Me with my 300 subscribers and you with your 2,000. We're
I'm
going,
going
fam.
for 2K over here. Yeah.
Man, we're going. And let's do it. Let's get it done. Like, remember, I'm still smiling over our chase to get monetized. You over
Last year,
there,
2 years,
and
whenever that was. Yeah.
me with Radio Jonesy, and just trying to do the fun enjoyment. That's where I got to know this lovely person, and it was
Interesting.
a good path that we just sort of found ourselves walking on. I haven't been to Tasmania. I'm in far north Queensland, all over Australia. I've been all over Australia, but haven't. Man, you've left the best place to last. That's all. I'll leave it there.
Hold on, I have a question. It just popped in my head. So,
Yes.
Junior's back. What's the like, I'm so craving this homemade meal from Tasmania. What's the meal that Junior's been like, this is what I want to have now that I'm home?
Well, you know what? Junior's birthday today. Have I told anyone
What?
that? Yeah.
And you're what are you doing here? No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
She said that. She's actually said, "You're going live on my birthday." And I said, "Yeah, give me some of your coins. I need to show the coins that you gave me that you've taken back. Give me some of them." No, she's. We've bought a nice cake. Mrs. Radio will be home.
Hold on, I need to hear about the cake. Tell me more details.
Well, basically, the cake is a Kit Kat cake.
A Kit
It's
Kat cake.
Yes.
How does that work?
You tell me when I'll tell you more after I eat it. But
Okay. I want a
it's,
picture.
okay, yeah, we will. It's a cake from a cake store that they make like pecan or all these different. Man, there's so much.
Specialty cake.
And the Kit Kat cake was used at a function where the wife helps out on a Saturday
Oh yeah.
and mentioned it to Junior,
Mhm.
who said, "Oh, that sounds lovely. Let's get one of them." And then today, when it was, I'm off to get some stuff. What sort of cake would you like? Because what's the point of buying a cake unless they're gonna like a standard chocolate cake or a we haven't got time to make one because everyone's doing their thing.
I don't even eat cake on my birthday.
You don't?
I make caramel bars.
Thank you, Janet. I'll pass that message on. Caramel bars. Well,
Yeah, it's my great grandmother's recipe.
Oh, nice. You know what? I brought her home from my walk after I got home and said, "Here's something that you like. I know, enjoy." And it's that bag of caramello koalas.
Oh.
Yeah. Because Shawnee knows what they taste like.
Yes, I do.
And that was a fun gift actually. I got to send another care package for the family.
I was talking to my husband about some drama with some adults that just can't get their crap together, and I'm like, when's the last time he bought her chocolate? Because I tell you what, bonus points when you just give us chocolate.
Yes, it's definitely the old happy wife, happy life is definitely never a truer statement has ever been said.
Well, everyone, both parties should be happy. There's no hierarchy, but you know.
Oh, you're such a team player, Shawnee. But let me say, I've been married since 1985. So
before I was born.
What year is it now?
2026.
That means I've been married for a very, very long time, and it's amazing how people like my brother's been married 3 or 4 times, and my other brother's been married 3 times, and I just can't believe it. I just shake my head.
You know what Jonesy needs for his birthday, you guys? He needs an e-bike. What e-bike do you guys recommend that a Tasmanian?
Yes, let's get this into the algorithm. E-bike, you know my health journey right now.
Yeah.
It's all about getting fit, losing weight, and living longer. That's the whole reason. And I'll say it again. This person here has said you should go get your health checked because of whatever reason, and you need this because this is happening elsewhere to somebody and that I know, and get yourself looked after. Who else looks after you? Anyway, so like a big sook, I've said, oh, I'll go down and see that doctor then.
He had to get his eyes checked. He had to get a blood panel.
Man, I got the full body works, and then they sent me to a place that do the full system check for an old man. So the best things that have happened to me, Shawnee, I am healthier, I am fitter, I've got like skin cancers disappearing. Look, I'll let this out of the bag here. I haven't told this to many people. I had bad health for a while just after the pandemic. I had bad legs, blood flow, all these issues were happening, and I was bedridden for a long time, and I could hardly get out of bed. I was getting dizzy spells. I was hanging onto the bed because the whole bed was spinning without even drinking alcohol. That was happening to me. And my life was going downhill very, very fast. So once I sort of got a little bit healthier there, and then I met this person, and then she pointed me in the direction to go. Man, I have dropped weight. I let my body weight, right? This will scare you, Shawnee. My body weight was at 153 kilos. You put that in pounds, that is a scary amount of weight. So that's what I was a while ago, and I'm now at 128 on my way down, 126. I float around there, 26 to 28. So I've had to buy, yes, that's a lot of weight, Shawnee, in pounds. It's 300 and something, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I was like, what? 337.
Yes, I was that big, and I'm still big. I'm still solid. I'm a unit. Like I'm
How
strong.
tall are you?
6 foot.
My husband's 6 foot.
Yeah, but like I used to be thanks for the kind words. It is a turnaround, and my father died in his 70s. My mother's died like at a similar age. My grandfather died in his 70s, and I looked at myself in my 60s and went, you know what, I'm going down this same road. I need to change things. I need to change things in a hurry, and I need to stop drinking, stop eating this stuff. And when I do eat something that's nice, like you said, chocolate or something that's enjoyable, like sweets and stuff, it's like a treat now. Like before, it was just standard. Now it's like, wow, that I enjoyed that Kit Kat or whatever it is. Like tonight, for instance, I will enjoy this Kit Kat cake. Like there has never been a cake eaten before. I'll only have my serving, but I will not. I've learned all this stuff, and like for an old bloke, you can change. You can teach an old dog new tricks, because I've changed my whole thing. My whole. Did I get a vitamin profile? No, but he put me on a multivitamin daily tablet that's I'm taking. I was getting really bad crabs. No, I did not take the jabs. No, that's one thing I did not do. I just thought the jabs would be I don't know, it's something else in your body that's not supposed to be there. So I thought, I used to be an athlete, believe it or not. I used to play football. I was super fit. I could run. Like I'd go on a 14-kilometer road run, like for training. I'd need to get myself a bit fit for the team. I did this 14-kilometer trek, and it was no problems. I could do it easy. That was in my late 20s. Now I'm in my 60s. I'm amazed myself. I could do a 5K walk. I didn't think I could do it. Now I'm beating myself. Like the whole thing with the 5K park run, is you challenge your time. So the next week you go in there and you try to get close to your time. If you get faster, congratulations. And they send you this email.
He's such a numbers guy too, and he's competitive, so it's perfect.
It is. And this old bloke caught up to me, like this lovely gentleman caught up to me. He was behind me and he had this wind jacket on, like that would go as he's walking, and I could hear him. I go, okay, he's getting closer. Whoa, oh, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3,
I'm
4.
surprised you're not like singing a tune. You're not like
I
singing
am.
some kind of upbeat.
I
whatever.
do. I do
Yeah.
that. My mind's going, and then relax. Still walk hard, but relax. And then, okay, I can hear him again, and I'm off, and I'm challenged. And he caught me. He goes, "You're a hard man to catch." He caught right up to me, and I looked to him, and he was a few years older than me, I'm guessing. And I said,
Okay.
"Thanks, mate." I said, I'm new to this. This is about 9 or 7 or whatever I'm into now." And he goes, "You've been pacing me. I've been just relaxing today, but I tried to catch you." And I said, "I'm trying to get there for this time. I want to get in the 52s." And he said, "Oh, you're going to go close," because this is a guy who knows his times and he's got the stopwatch and stuff. And I said, "Well, see ya." He said, and then I just took off from him because he motivated me to, and I beat my personal best time. And I got back and he shook his hand and he said, I sat down. I actually sat down on the chair after I finished, and they said, "Don't sit down.
Don't sit
Keep
down.
walking around.
Yeah.
Move around. Don't just breathe it in through the nose,
Calm your
through
breathing.
the mouth."
Yeah.
And that really helped my medical too when I go into the doctor. The old breathing thing to get your heart rate down.
Blood pressure. Yeah.
That works wonders. But yeah, so working with this lovely lady, helping me on my YouTube journey, has helped me on my life's path. And my wife is very happy with you, Shawnee. She said, "Keep hanging out with that young lady. She's put you on the straight and narrow."
Woohoo.
Yeah, but she doesn't like the idea when I'm running the lot. It's like our conversations here.
Hmm.
She just, when they're playing in the background, just say I'm listening to it as as research or watch time, whichever way makes more
Whatever
sense.
you want to call it. Yeah.
Because you can watch your own stuff once, and then do it again 3 months later. So
Yeah.
she does hear us quite regularly, and she just says, "Geez, you talk." She's very structured, and she knows what she's talking about. He said, "You just waffle a lot of rubbish." And I
Well,
said,
what
"Yeah,
did you expect, Mrs. Jonesy?
that's it." She's but anyway,
Yippee Kari's talking about learning
that's-
with the health, turning around, doing container gardening to drag myself out of bed is what they're saying. I
thanks,
think
Pegs.
that's another thing. Yeah.
Pegs is saying I'm just a normal bloke, which, you know
Be
what,
yourself. Yeah.
most Australian blokes are like that too. You don't want to. I could be jumping around and saying, "You know what, I spent a wonderful night with in Morgan Freeman's house, and we played music for him, and we had he paid for us to be there. Morgan Freeman, that actor, like I could be bragging about that to the day I die, but that was a fun night there too. But and what a lovely guy he was, down to earth. But I won't say that here because I just did. But they would, and did we get selfies with him? No. You know what? As a great actor, right? He is, and to invite us into his house, which he did, to listen to the music that night. He said to us, "Can I get us like first person in the door? Basically, can I get a picture with you, Morgan?" All right. He just put out the groundwork. He said, "I will on one condition: you donate." I think it was $200 to your favorite charity right here, right now, and I want to see you do it. And then we'll get as many pictures as you want. And you know how many pictures were taken with Morgan Freeman that night? There was one picture. But
And who took the picture, Jonesy?
yes. I took the picture. Unfortunately, and that was another story. He goes, and actually Michael, who was running the band, he actually said he paid money into a charity that Morgan wanted as well. Some of the money, like he paid us to play, and then Michael, unbeknownst to everyone else, put some of that money back into one of his foundations or one of his charities, just to show him that we were sincere and responsible and nice. Sort of, it was a lovely evening. Just so lucky to be in a certain spot at a certain time in your life, and things just happen, for that reason. What would a vitamin profile do for me?
Be more specific. Is it Janet? What you're asking? What that would? Is it Janet that said it?
Yeah, Janet JP.
Okay.
Would that give you what you're short of or what's lacking? I'm assuming in your system.
I'm not sure what she means.
Yeah, well, let me say my enthusiasm for life is 10 times better today than it was over a year ago. And
so, Gandalf, when you pick the carrot, you can push down first and then up. Sometimes that helps you get them out in your bucket, and you can pick the big ones now if you're wanting to, so the little ones have more space and time, if that's what you're saying. You're talking about carrots.
What pests would be eating, like what bugs can eat your carrots from when they're just starting to sprout? Is it lady beetles or anything like that? Nibble away at the...
There's a carrot fly or worm, but I don't know if that's a seedling.
Yes, it's pretty good.
Seedlings.
It's pretty cool how the universe or the world works. How someone from Tasmania who's got health issues has been coaxed into getting health and fitness back into their lifestyle from the wonderful world of YouTube.
Remember that slug problem you told me about?
Yep.
They do that.
Okay, well, that's what's happening to my carrots.
And flea beetles, and then birds.
No, I reckon it's slugs. We definitely had a slug issue. I probably still got the slug issue, to be honest.
Yeah, it's so wet there.
I won't be doing poison baits because of Charlie.
Correct.
I will be. I can put beer out. You heard that one about the beer
so
into a
dish? If you're a household that doesn't support purchasing that, you can just use yeast in water, because that's what it is that they want.
Okay.
Like you make bread with yeast. Yeah.
I don't think we got yeast. Not sure.
Oh boy.
I got to get have you got bicarb soda handy?
Say that again.
Bicarb soda.
Have you got that? Baking soda?
Okay, baking soda.
I buy it at like 3 pounds at a time. I use it for everything. Meg said about landscapes. Why are you awake? Hey, it's way past your witching hour. Good to see you, Andy. So the slug thing. You ever heard of board traps? Put a board down, lift it up in the morning, put all the slugs in a jar, and dispose of them.
Okay, no.
Same like with the beer trap, the yeast trap.
Well,
I hear about. Remember the ash conversation to kind of keep a perimeter?
Yeah.
Like biochar is not the same as wood ash, but
See, my seedlings
special project.
Yeah, my seedlings.
Project. Go ahead.
My seedlings with my lettuce leaves, like some of my lettuce that I transplanted into a different mix, and they grew really quick.
Yeah.
And are now dying back, or they've been attacked by something. I mean, a pest, a disease.
You're gonna show me them? Well, remember I said like you got to transplant them at some point once they're so tall,
Yeah. But I've still left some that I've transplanted have really looked fantastic now and are going to be fantastic. And a lot of the tray now is booming. That's sitting on the timber box, so the slugs won't go up the timber to attack it. But if I put one of them that I've had on the concrete, like the pot on the concrete, they've come off the concrete onto the plastic pot, into the pot, and destroyed.
Is this in a future tour?
Maybe that's a video I need to do instead of the standard "Welcome to my garden. This is it. These seeds are this high."
Help! Something's attacking, and then like, and then in the video, you're showing.
That's the clickbait stuff.
Yeah.
Well, the seeds, the peas that I've put in the greenhouse are maybe, say, this high now. Like out of the tray, they're about a good.
What seeds?
The peas.
Okay. Well, they need to get the heck out of there. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's going to be tomorrow's job.
Okay.
That's tomorrow's video. I've got to do the 2 garden beds, and then on the climbing structure and all that sort of stuff.
You have a huge gardening day tomorrow.
Yeah, that's I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Hopefully no rain. Hopefully it's similar. The forecast for rain, because I'm putting that in my videos every week now.
The forecast?
Yeah, you know how I put a video in? You know when I say in the video, I do something similar. I say, I get this done before the rain comes, and then I say, I always talk about rain. It always rains, but I never used to. Now I take a screenshot of this, and it says we're going to have only Monday is going to rain, and Tuesday we'll get a shower, and then Thursday it will rain in the afternoon. But yeah, I just take a screenshot of, say, that says all that stuff. That's all a bit wonky.
It's just getting worse. It's not.
Yeah. Oh, we won't worry about it. When I put it in the video, it sort of makes a bit of sense that the weather here, we're always going to get rain. Just seems to be the way it works.
Meg's Edible Landscapes says, Shawnee grows. Are you growing any dill this year? So not as much as last year. I don't know what's going on. So I grow bouquet dill because that makes the nice seed heads really fast. I grow tetra dill because that has nice ferny, frony leaves. And then Ducat is the dill also that I tried. And my kids are growing dill better than me. And I thought I would have all this dill come up like that self-seeded, but I must have accidentally weeded it out. And so I'm actually struggling in the dill department. Why do you ask?
Yep. Well, Andy, I did that the other day. It was very cruel of me. I salted the slugs.
You got to be careful putting a bunch of salt in your garden soil.
Yeah, well, yeah, correct. But I did that because I was so angry. I got out. It's like getting the machine gun out. Going, cop this, and they all frizz up and go purple and all sorts of stuff. Bubbles come out everywhere. It's quite amusing when you sort of see it. You probably feel a little bit of, oh, you poor little buggers, but get out of my garden. I can't wait to get chickens. Then I can say, come in the bucket, come in the bucket, come in the bucket, and then go the chook, 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 chook.
Did you hear what Rob does? Robert, that was on my channel yesterday. Did you watch the replay?
Yeah, I got through most of it. It's still.
He holds the chicken up to the flower.
Oh, yeah.
And it eats the bug.
Yeah. They got the little
so funny.
Silkies, little silky chickens, he said. And he gets the kids to do it as well. He says it's sort of like a video game in real life.
So Peg's Place is talking about, isn't baking soda a good deterrent for bugs? I would say it's a good deterrent in fungal because it helps change the pH of the leaf. If you're trying to use baking soda as a bug deterrent, possibly for slugs and snails because of what it'll do to their body, the soft-bodied stuff. But as soon as that thing's wet, it's not going to do its job. Sometimes baking soda is used to test soils, like really home basic kit, like trying to test if something's alkaline or acidic using baking soda. I wouldn't say it's good for bugs.
See what Andy's saying here? This is exactly what I was going to ask you, but I stopped halfway through it.
Is baking soda in a bucket in the room for smell extraction?
For the carpet.
So we use it in a fridge. We use it in the bottom of a garbage can. I use it to clean toilets with vinegar. I cook, I bake. It can be used. You can make a paste to scrub stuff with it.
What a fantastic versatile substance, bicarb
Yeah,
soda.
that's why I buy it in like 3-pound bags. So, like when I put it in the bottom of the trash can, I always put tea tree oil in it too, because that's a natural
Yeah.
antifungal.
Eucalyptus. Yeah,
I can't think of
yeah,
it now.
that word.
Mel-
You were trying to talk about florist last week, and you were having trouble spitting that one out.
You know, I did not nap today, you guys.
You've done well, Shawnee.
Sorry.
We're coming up to 2.5 hours. This has been a great live.
Oh, it's part of the special project. Okay. Well, do you have any more questions about dill? Dill is, I used to have it arms full of it. Is it snap peas, Jonesy, or shelling peas?
I've got snow peas and shelling peas. They're the two varieties
Okay.
I've got.
Are they green, yellow, purple?
Green.
Green. Okay.
Why? Is there a difference? What's this
They'll
purple?
They just look purple, so they're cooler to see for the eye, but they taste like peas.
Oh wow! Didn't know there was purple.
Wait,
peas.
are you going live tomorrow, Meg's Edible Landscapes? We're on Saturday, 9 a.m. Central. Right? You gonna do that? It's probably already scheduled. If you have a swimming pool store, baking soda is less expensive. No, we don't have a swimming pool store.
Really? Why would a swimming pool store have baking soda?
Larger
This is-
quantities, cheaper price. Let's see. Why would a swimming pool store carry
9 a.m. Central.
baking soda? Yep, I'll be there.
9
It's the
a.m.
primary active ingredient used to raise and stabilize total alkalinity in a pool water. Didn't know that.
Wow, yellow green. I'm going to look into that. Sounds like a fun way of doing peas.
Yeah, definitely. Eat the rainbow. The more you know. What?
I haven't read on them again. I keep saying I'm going to do it. Yeah, the old. Have a look at this while we're here.
Are we gonna look at the peppers?
Yeah, but
The pepper babies? Do they have fungal disease and dampening off because you don't have no fan on them?
What does fungal disease and dampening off look like?
They're dying. Are they dying? Oh, they look okay.
Looking pretty cool.
Yeah. They're not yellowing. I don't know. I can't tell with the glare.
No, they're green. They're really
Okay.
green. They're really nice green. Like this one. See the greenness in that one?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the green. And then they're still not all of them are coming up, but there's a few there. I think I counted 10. There's 10 coming up in what's that? 20. What's that?
So you saw how the seed shell gets stuck on the cotyledon leaf on that sprout.
Yeah.
We call that helmet head. And sometimes people say if you lick your fingers and use your saliva, it'll make that come off. So in the chat, would you remove your helmet head or would you leave it alone on your seedlings? Gandalf says, laugh out loud. Okay, Shawnee. What did I say? What are we saying? Okay, Shawnee. I don't know what happened.
It's helmet head.
Some people say I leave it alone, the seed will take care of it, and sometimes it's like I feel like I need to intervene and help it.
Well,
The rainbow. Okay, Gandalf, thanks. What? Hello? Oh.
Man, no, just not making you seasick. That's
Thanks.
what I'm doing.
Thanks for not making me seasick. Okay, Andy says, Meg's Edible Landscapes, excellent sound effects. Gandalf was referring to the rainbow. Janet says, I remove helmet heads. I know, right? It's like it's this like urge to help it, right?
Well, I reckon I will get a few good plants out of these ones. Thanks to my advisor here to my left. which technically you're on my right, but
Well, we're
isn't
gonna review the planting schedule in September on a future show, and I bet you it still doesn't say anything about your peppers.
no, it's actually it's my planting schedule. Let me have a quick look here.
As we're in almost the end of August, and
Okay.
usually, like we talked about the peas, the onions, the potatoes,
Yep.
beans,
Okay.
I think
All
you're doing.
let me talk about this.
Yep.
August, weeks 1 and 2, which is been and gone. Early peas, including climbing broad beans. So I've got broad beans in, but they're not coming up. Um, they're in the greenhouse. Climbing beans, they're ready to go, so I'll get them out. Weeks 3 and 4 in August is where we are right now. Radishes and lettuce. I've got tons of them coming up. English spinach. Don't eat spinach. Broad beans, yes, I'm trying to do them. It wants me to do peas, Chinese mustard greens, and snow peas. I've got the snow peas. I haven't got the Chinese mustard greens. August in week 4, it says, if you are experienced, don't mind the extra work, and want to start the season, you can start your tomatoes. I've been starting my tomatoes for months now. They're going really well. They're going really well in the greenhouse, in my little tiny greenhouse. Good sound effects, eh? Thank you. As well as and JP removes helmets. And yeah, so August week 4. If you're experienced, yes, do the extra work. Start on your tomatoes, your capsicums. Where's Shawnee? Chilies. I haven't got no chilies. We don't need a lot of chilies, but they're lovely to grow and they look fantastic. So I might start growing some, getting some of them done. Get your seedlings indoors, it says. Ensure that they are on a heat mat and get plenty of light and airflow so they don't get leggy. That is my August, which would be America's, late winter season. So in September, all September, man, September's going to look good. It's got me doing snow peas, lettuce, beetroot, broccoli, spinach, sunflowers, kale, turnips, radishes, carrots. It's like, let's get it going. Broccoli, cauliflower. The secret to growing summer brassicas is to sow them at the beginning of September so that they are still young seedlings before the spring equinox, and they are planted early so they have a bit of growth on them. The light change if spring equinox will cause them to bolt, so you got to get them in and get it done early. So there you go with that. One more month of summer here. One more month. Can't be right. Absolutely. The favorite one of my favorite peppers is purple. What's that? Cayenne? Cayenne or cayenne, however you say that. Yep, the peppers grow as purple and then ripen to a red. The plants are variegated, and the purple streaks on leaves and stems. Well, that would look amazing, actually. So I'd be very keen on trying them. Where I used to live, we had an apartment, and I had this big courtyard, and I grew a lot of vegetables in pots just for fun, can I grow radishes on the railing? Like, I had a hand railing, and we put the trays that would sit on the railing, and I grew radishes there because I like radishes. Then I thought, you know what, I'll grow some tomatoes, and I just put some tomato seedlings in, and off they went. They went fantastic. Some cherry tomatoes and tomatoes. But I lived in a nice, warmer area than I'm in now, so I'm having to learn my gardening here, because I did that because I was sort of wanting the courtyard to look nice where we used to live, not because I wanted to eat vegetables and eat um, greens and lettuces and stuff. I'd just go to the shops and we'd buy it. And yeah, with all the way the world's going today, if you can save any bit of income from your weekly outgoings by growing some vegetables, what a fantastic reason to be doing it. So you
Oh,
missed
is that a video idea I hear? Oh,
you missed all that, Shawnee. I talked about everything that I'm going to grow, and then we talked about.
I didn't miss a stinking thing. Come on.
Oh, you were listening. Okay, I got you.
Plus, I'll be in the replay, blowing up the comment section. So
You're always in the replay, and you're blowing everything away, big time. What time have we got? 3:30. Well, that's 2.5 hours, Shawnee.
yes, Jonesy.
So, how are you feeling?
I'm going to bed.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks. Are you? You going? Actually, to be honest with you, I have to leave in 30 minutes.
Yeah, I know you do. I just have to be able to get my groceries in the house. They're getting delivered tomorrow morning at like 8 a.m., I think.
And what you're saying about Brian there in the comments.
Yeah, did you?
I did. I said
You did?
The poodles were fantastic. It used to be something special.
Jonesy, what? Because I saw he did it.
Yeah.
Wow.
See, isn't it fun to know that people...
Why are you so special?
People have said I'm being special, but not for that reason. There we go. What did I do here? I wrecked the comment section. So yeah, I'm back.
Do you have something you want to talk about? Do you want to end it? Should I just leave now? What do you want to do?
No, let's look. I would like to thank the wonderful people that are here. I am chasing the watch hours, and for you to be here hanging out with me has been absolutely fantastic help for my watch hours. I'd like to thank this lovely lady here on my left, who is on my right, Shawnee Graves. What a fantastic champion to a number of channels, not just mine, who helps out everywhere. But hey, I do love hanging out with you. So this is sounding...
I do too.
It's been sounding great. Like the audio from these lives are great. Your mic, even though it's the headset that you've got,
like $20. Yeah.
Yeah, it works amazing. So
it's just because I have a great voice. No, I'm just kidding.
It is. I think it is. That must be the reason. So it's been a great hangout. Thanks, Meg's Edible Gardens and Landscapes. Look, I'll jump on your channel and have a good look at that later on, definitely, because I haven't been there for too long. Thank you, Shawnee. Thank you to all the chatters, everybody from Janet, our JP legend, to Gandalf. And Gandalf, you got to get in earlier in the day, mate. Andy up there, in all my Australian friends, Andy, Pegs, Yippee. I like calling you Yippee-ki-yay, whether you don't like that or not. I'm going to call you Yippee-ki-yay. Look at that. Yippee-ki-yay. Yippee-ki-yay. But I'm calling you Yippee-ki-yay because I like Bruce Willis in that action movie. If you remember that movie, Shawnee?
I don't watch movies, Jonesy. You know this.
Bruce Willis, Yippee-ki-yay.
We don't have anything to talk about now.
That's a word that says... He says rude words after that, but he's shooting guns. Yippee-ki-yay. Hey, guys, I really do appreciate you. And just remember, eat what you grow.
Grow every day in every way. I'll see you around.